where you belong. Give you strength to carry on. Open your heart, set your mind at ease. Live your life and you'll be free. We're gonna rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising,
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Matchday Live here right on the Toon Review YouTube channel, your number one channel for Newcastle United commentary with myself, Paul, and of course, my good old buddy there, Billy Bob. As you can see, where he's just peering over my shoulder again, as per normal for Matchday Lives with our new graphics, but it looks much better than the old system, that's a certainty. But it is going to be a difficult game today, guys. We're expecting a good game. Anyway, but if you do enjoy today's Matchday Live, as usual, please give it the thumbs up. Very important to the channel. We keep those coming in. And of course, if you are new to the channel and you like what you see, please do subscribe. You do have to be a subscriber to take part in the chat on Matchday Live as we look to build up the channel to 34,000 subscribers. But with your help, we'll get there sooner rather than later. So please do subscribe and be part of this incredible community. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live show. And of course, you can support the channel in the usual two ways. First of all, by membership, which is the join button just underneath myself and Billy Bob. And of course, super chats are available, which is the $ just underneath the live chat, and that will guarantee your comment to be read out on the show. Ollie's been with us now for 18 months as a member. Thank you so much, Ollie. He says, love seeing Billy looking nice and cozy next to you on match days now, Paul. How are the lads? Indeed. Good afternoon, Billy.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to all you beautiful people out there in Viewerland.
Well, we're expecting a big game, Billy, so we'll just get straight into the team, shall we? For Newcastle United, doesn't really matter. It's exactly the same as last week, guys. In no particular order, we go with Nick Pope, Fabian Schär, Joe Linton, Gordon, Isak Hall, Livramento, Willock, Byrne, Longstaff, and Bruno. And on the bench, we have Dubravka, Tonali, Barnes, Target, Asula, Jacob Murphy, Almiron, Kelly, and Miley. Target's back on the bench, Billy. What do you make of that, then?
Yeah, it's a strong bench. Unchanged lineup. Obviously, the result last week's kind of dictated that, but I would have had Tonali in personally for Longstaff, because I think keeping hold of the ball today is going to be important to us. If Sean starts giving the ball away, as he's sometimes prone to do, then it might be a hard afternoon for us. But Eddie Howe trusted his troops from last week, and I guess we've got to trust the manager in what he's thinking.
Absolutely. This is how Nottingham Forest line up. They go with Matt Sells, of course, in goal. They've got Murillo, Gibbs-White, Wood, Hudson-Odoi, Dominguez, Moreno, Elanga, Yates, Milenkovic, and is it Arne? Is that how Arne? Oh, why does everything have to sound like anus? And of course, the big news for Forest is that Anderson's on the bench, Bill.
Yeah, strange. Obviously, doesn't think he's going to be emotionally able to cope with it. It's strange, because he should be in that side, really. However, they do have that three of Elanga, Gibbs-White, and Hudson-Odoi to kind of feed Chris Wood. And they've got two really good centre-backs. Aina on the left-hand side, pretty good also. Yeah, it's a good side, and deservedly where they are on the table, to be fair to them.
Indeed. We have a super chat in from Louise Godfrey. Thank you. Oh, sorry, Lewis Godfrey. Hi, guys. Just wanted to say keep up the great work and fantastic commentary. You guys are the best at what you do. Thank you very much, Louis. Much appreciated. And I apologize for calling you Louise. My eyes aren't great. Now, of course, we are sponsored by, as you can see there, Mamaroo Records. Pay them a visit if you're ever kicking around in Whitley Bay. They're opposite Greg's in the centre. Vinyl records, T-shirts, lots of merchandise they do as well. So if you're into your vinyl, this is the place to go. Now, the Toon Review do have a lot of music fans on the channel, so please do go and visit Steve down there at Mamaroo Records. I'm sure we can do a deal for the Toon Review members and subscribers if you mention the channel. He's got a website as well, which is pinned right at the top of the description. So if you can't get to the shop itself, please do check it out online. There's some fantastic music goodies on there, so please give it a visit and support Steve as and the company support the channel. So once again, a huge thank you to Mamaroo Records, who will play a big part in the expansion of the Toon Review over the next however long Mamaroo wants to be with us is the answer to that. So thank you again to Steve. Right, let's get a few comments in, Billy, about the lineup. Paul says, good afternoon, Paul and Billy. Graphics looking good. A win for us should be in the bag. Loving our strength in depth we have now. Absolutely. Good afternoon to Ian Fleming. Paul, you pronounced Ian's name correctly, so it's Arna. Okay. I'm not surprised he doesn't want to be called Ian, Billy.
Yes.
Sense.
I know.
Oh, dear. Richard says, don't like our lineup. Forest are not a team like Arsenal. We are going to have a lot of the ball. We need Tonali. I
agree with Richard.
Yeah. Optimal Forager, thank you very much for your super chat. Hope everyone is well. Come on, the Toon. Ben says, I don't think I can cope with another Chris Wood hat-trick against us. Oh, dear. Well, I think, to be honest, if there's another hat-trick come from Chris Wood, there's going to be holy hell on. We've got two super chats from Optimal Forager with the same message, so I think he's pressed the button twice. But thank you very much for your support. I mean, Billy, obviously Chris Wood is going to be a focal point for Forest. He's scoring goals left, right and centre. So, we've got to be careful today, haven't we? Because, the way Fabian Schär's been playing, we expect that hopefully he'll pick his game up for today and won't be as dodgy as he's been over the last 3 or 4 games. Because if we do switch off again for that short period of time, which we tend to do in games, they're going to punish us.
Fabian's got to be concentrating from minute one. He can't have a go to sleep moment at all in this game because Chris Wood is, at the moment, he's the most prolific striker in the Premier League. So you've got to treat him as such. Him and Dan Burn are key today. They've got to be strong defensively. They're going to have to be pushing up lines and give Chris Wood room to win him behind if he wants, because he ain't got the pace. So yeah, we're going to have to defend properly. The midfield are going to have to help out as well. Joe Linton on the left as well, and Gordon on the right helping out. Because of Gibbs White, Hudson-Odoi and Elanga. It has to be similar to the Arsenal game, but I just think when we've got the ball, we've got to keep hold of it.
I mean, I know that the previous comment said we're going to have a lot of the ball. I'm not necessarily sure that's the case because Forest are at home. Forest like to get the ball on the ground and play football. So I think, possession-wise, I'm interested to see how it goes, because if we play like we've normally been playing, Bill, away from home, then we don't tend to keep a lot of the ball.
No, it'll be interesting to see if we do drop into that low block. I don't want us to, not with the players we have on the pitch. There's no point having a low block with lots of Willock and Gordon and Isak, kind of starved of possession. So I think we need to kind of dominate the ball for me. I think that's the way to go. And let them hit on the counter-attack and let them defend them properly.
Yeah,
I just think we can dictate the game today if we play it properly.
Niall's birthday today, apparently, says Chris. So happy birthday, Niall. I hope you're having a cracking day. A few requests for the Toon Review song, Billy, before the game to get people fired up. What do you reckon?
Yeah, why not?
You wanna go for it? Evermore, Chris is here. Hi lads, I can't say I'm surprised Sean is starting. Let's hope after all this. His talk this week, he can play when we're the ones with the ball. So Chris is expecting us to have the ball as well. So let's Simon Muller, been a member for 8 months now on the channel. Thank you, Simon. Watched Eddie's anniversary video on the NUFC channel. He has done the club so much good in the last 3 years. Hope he can get us up the table. Absolutely. And Scott Penrose, who's been a member for 7 months now. Thank you for your support, Scott. 3-1 to us, I reckon. Sad about Tonali. Love the channel. Right, should we get the people of the Toon Review going, Billy?
Yeah, go on. Give them a bit of rock and roll.
Why not? Here we go. Enjoy, guys.
The big things come and get battered. Against the small ones, hopes are shattered. Just one question's from the Toon army. Does he start long start for tonight? We were halfway down the table, but we play well in the cup. Against Arsenal we were able to climb a bit further up. We win, we sing, we lose, we cry. It's a Geordie thing, don't ask me why. Should Eddie be gone or is he class? I've been on the fence for so long, I've got splinters in me ass. We are the Mags, and we love the Toon. Wearing black and white, but we're drinking brew. We're all local heroes, we play it every game. We've never been to play the races, but we sing it all the same. We win, we sing, we lose, we cry. It's a Geordie thing, don't ask me why. Should Eddie be gone or is he class? I've been on the fence for so long, I've got splinters in me ass. On the left wing, is it Gordon? Is it Barnes or Big Joe? But who's that playing left back? Dan Burno, please God no. Is Miggy on the right wing? Let that be a nope. We've got 37 goalkeepers, but we pray he'll play Nick Pope. We are the Knights, and we love the Toon. We're black and white, but we're drinking brew. We're all local heroes, we play it every day. We've never been to play the races, but we sing it all the same. We win, we sing, we lose, we cry. It's a Geordie thing, don't ask me why. Should Eddie be gone or is he class? I've been on the fence for so long, I've got splinters in me ass. We love the Toon, we love the Toon. We sing it proud and we're never backing down. We are the Geordie Magpies, playing black and white. Don't confuse us with our neighbours, cause they're a pile of. We love the Toon, we love the Toon. We sing it proud and we're never backing down. We are the Geordie Magpies, we play in black and white. And when you come to our back garden, you just might die of fright. We win, we sing, we lose, we cry. It's a Geordie thing, don't ask me why. Should Eddie be gone or is he class? I've been on the fence for so long, I've got splinters in me ass.
Now, guys, I do realise that there is people who don't quite like the song, but why put it in the chat? I mean, you know, Bill went to a lot of trouble to do it for, you know, why put it in the chat? Just keep your gob shut, man. Dear me, if you don't like it, fair enough. But it's just a bit of, it's not a charts thing. It's not you know, it's just a good bit of banter, man. Honestly, just lay off. Anyway, right, where's this game getting won today, Billy? By the way, sorry, I do apologise. I've missed Alexander Allard's 8 months membership. Thank you, Alexander, the man with the serious pythons. You know, we haven't spoke to Sam since Friday, Billy. I wonder if she did have an illness on Friday night and had to be attended to.
She's in the tavern, so I don't think so. I think she was fine.
Happy birthday, says Alexander, to the Marine Corps, 249 years young. As a prior Marine, I want to wish all Marines, wherever they are, a very happy birthday. Absolutely. No doubt about that. Where's this game getting won today, Bill?
Middle of the park, mate. Middle of the park for me. We could take control there and get service to Alexander Isak and the two flank men. Then I think we win the game. If they take control of the middle of the park, then we're going to have Gibbs White, Alanga, Hudson-Odoi, Chris Wood coming at us left, right and centre. So Bruno, Longstaff and Joe Linton or Willock, whoever's the third member of that midfield, have got to take control of the game.
Yeah, exactly. DK35, thank you for your super chat. Do you guys think Tonali will be off at the end of the season? Because this is getting a joke. He would start for Arsenal, Chelsea or Liverpool. We'll come on to that in a second. Yogi, who's been a member with us now for 14 months. Thank you for your support, Yogi. Yogi's going for a 2-1 win, Billy. Now, you did mention off air. I mean, would you like to tell the viewers what your thoughts are?
Well, he's going to keep getting benched for Sean Longstaff. Then I'm afraid that Mr. Tonali will want to go back home or go to a club that will play him. Mm-hmm. I just don't see the benefit of having a player of his quality sat on the bench. You know, it's okay saying horses for courses, but today I think it's a different kettle of fish to last week. We had to kind of fight with last week and defend properly. Today, I don't think we do. I think we have to take control of the ball. So, yeah, I'm surprised he's not playing today. Eddie Howe knows better than me, of course he does. But I think, again, he's opening himself up to criticism if we were to lose.
Anthony Tuck, thank you for your super chats. Hi, Paul and Billy. Class in a glass song that was. Cheers, mate. Eddie Longston says, I've liked and subscribed. Good luck with your channel. It's my 50th birthday today. Eddie, happy 50th, matey. I hope you're having a cracking day, and thank you for subscribing and welcome to the channel. And I hope you're having a blast of a day, and I hope we get 3 points for you as well. Tyson says, I think you might be right, Billy. Chris at Evermore says, I can see both Tonali and Barnes wanting moves at the end of the season, to be honest, especially if Howe pushes for deals for Longstaff and Murphy, etc. 80s Gamer says, and people wonder why I don't like Eddie Howe. Loving the graphics, says Secret Carper. Paul, it looks amazing on match days. Let's hope we shut Chris Wood up. Absolutely. Let's have a look. Alexander says, I think Chris Wood would give us a run because he's a powerful player off the ball and very physical. And the way the back line has played, he's been very iffy at best. That's my worry, Billy. And again, for me, it's all about just concentrating. If they keep the concentration and play like we know both can, i.e. Burn and Share, we keep them quiet.
100%. Within the capabilities, it's just that, especially Fabian Share, just having moments of brain farts, really, just not in the game. Dan Burn getting pulled out. I mean, if Moore Gibbs White runs in behind Wood and then runs out again and Dan Burn follows him, I'll kick the screen. It's something he doesn't need to be doing. But he's doing it against Chelsea. So, yeah, it's they've got to concentrate for 90 minutes today, otherwise they're going to get found out again.
Yeah. Nigel says, let's all make up problems before they arrive. Nigel, it's called pre-match talk. I mean, we're not going to talk about Newcastle dominating the whole game because that's just not going to happen. We've already spoke about how good we can be, especially down that left-hand side again with the same team. But we also need to point out Nottingham Forest threats and what we need to do. Otherwise, what would be the point of a pre-match conversation? Paul Guys is saying, is it true that Dummett has signed for Wigan? Yes, he has. And the very best of luck to him. Hippie says, we will beat Forest today. They will try to second guess us as the stakes are higher for them to stay in the top 4. Eddie says, with the amount of Toon fans in the world, the song will go to number 1 in the charts. Sensible Monica, Tonali on the bench today and plays 100 minutes for Italy next week. Well, that's going to happen because... but I think, to be fair, Billy, Italy play a very different way to what Newcastle do. Still,
I mean, come on. It's an international football game where Italy are, at the moment, one of the best sides in Europe.
Yes.
And Sandro Tonali is one of the first names on the team sheet.
Yeah.
He's not even on ours.
Just trying to play devil's advocate, Billy. I want Tonali in. Nigel says he's on about Tonali. So, look, I get he owes us, absolutely. But the problem is...
he's not going to pay his back sitting on the bench, is he?
I don't think Eddie fancies Tonali that much. I really don't. I mean, if you've got a player who is an Italy regular, yet he can't get in the Newcastle United side, you have to ask why. I find it bizarre. I love Tonali. I absolutely love Tonali. I love the way he plays the game. I love the way he can pass a ball. He gets around the pitch. He just seems to float on water. I can't complain at Eddie's team selection last week because he got it bang on. And again, we can assess this at the end of the game again today and assess whether Eddie got it right, leaving Tonali on the bench, or whether he needs to bring Tonali on to chase the game. And I hope to hell we're not doing that, of course. But it's a good point, Nigel. I agree that he does owe us. Chris says, I've got Sky on mute and listening to TTR. I can imagine they're just talking about Chelsea versus Arsenal. I would imagine so, yeah. This is just the prelude to their big game, isn't it, really? But guys, I will be watching it through Now TV again, so I'll probably be behind the main Sky broadcast. So as usual, on a Matchday Live, if you get to the kickoff before me, please just pause your TV or whatever you're watching the game on. And then when I say, right, we're underway, everybody press play, and we'll all be in sync for the rest of the game. So thank you to everybody that will do that. And of course, no spoilers in the chat, please, or you will be removed. We don't want to do that. Everybody is a subscriber who comments today, so I'd expect all new subscribers to have a bit of respect for everybody else who can't actually watch the game and is just listening to the commentary. So thank you in advance, everybody, for that. Simon Muller, thank you for your super chat. Sandro on at half time, he says.
Well, the only way that's happening is if we're losing.
Yeah.
Because then you don't make changes at half time unless we're losing.
I mean, look, at the same time, Billy, I think if we go out with the same attitude we had against Arsenal, I think we win this game. And I think,
I agree.
you know, we win it well. I think I'm very excited about, you know, seeing Willock and Joe Linton and Hall down that left again. Again, we just have to wait and see. Stato is joining us. So just bear with me while I sort the screens out here because it's a little bit... there we go. Stato, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How we feeling? Optimistic?
Yeah. You know, we've just been obviously pointing out the where Forest can hurt us and how we need to keep our concentration. Ginger Geordie, thank you for your super chat. Tonali isn't getting the chance to repay the fans. And Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat. After last week's result, I'm reserving annoyance until half-time or full-time. How are the lads? So basically the same team, Alex.
Yeah, and it's fair. It's fair to have picked that team. There were obviously question marks about certain positions, i.e., would we play Dan Burn or Kelly based on the threat of Chris Wood or some of the pace that they've got, because they've got a lot of pace and creativity with Hudson-Odoi Alanga and Morgan Gibbs-White who played behind. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think the rest of the team is fair. It picks itself. Some people are frustrated about Tonali not being in the side. However, based on it performing so well last time, you can't really change it. You can't do that. So it's fair.
I mean, it is fair. I think he's got to play the same team. I think we played very well against Arsenal. I don't really think that Eddie was going to change it anyway. I mean, Billy, you thought obviously Tonali would come in. It hasn't been the case. But you know, the midfield's going to be a battle today, isn't it?
100%. 100% it will be. But we've got to be able to keep hold of the ball. And if we're just keeping it with Bruno and Joe Linton and Longstaff's giving the ball left, right, centre away, then it's a wrong choice for me. Tonali's more safe and capable with the ball than what Longstaff is.
Mm-hmm. Graham Hedworth, who is actually a Forest fan. Welcome, Graham. I can tell you for free, Yates will be a shithouse. Well, Billy, you mentioned him in the preview show, didn't you? Anderson and Jota on at 60 minutes, so the pace will not drop, and don't expect Forest to park the bus. I don't think any of us expect Forest to park the bus today. I think it's going to be quite an entertaining game, Alex.
Yeah, I think some people have done Forest dirty in their analytics and assessments in the media and in sort of like content creators and stuff. We played Forest in the Cup. We know what they can give. We've seen them sort of more firsthand. And I didn't see a team that just sat as a low block and countered. They were able to break lines. They could play some tidy football and try and get dominant periods in games and try and get some control. They've got enough technical quality, decent ball-winning midfielders, good balance to their side. And I think a lot of pundits are maybe doing them a bit dirty, just saying, you know, they're just playing sort of old school. I don't think they are. I think they're going to be moments today where their ball-winning midfielders are going to be absolute scroats to deal with, primarily Yates. And it's like Billy says, we've got to win that battle and retain the ball and do something with it. We've got to not let them get the better of us in terms of the scrappiness of today. We've got to keep our heads and concentrate.
Peter Proudlock says he bumped into Steve from Mamaroo Records in Whitley Bay on Thursday. And he told Steve he was sponsoring one of the greatest channels of all time. Thank you very much, Peter. That's very kind of you, mate. Of course, we are sponsored by Mamaroo Records. As I said at the start, their link is pinned in the description. And if you're ever kicking around Whitley Bay, go and pay them a visit. Steve will do you some cracking deals. I mean, vinyl's come back in, hasn't it, Billy?
Yes, I've got loads. I'm back on vinyl again now. My collection of vinyls building weekly. I should be having a visit to the Mamaroo website and having a look.
Yeah.
There's certain things I want to build up with.
Are you a bit vinyl, Alex?
I can't say that I am now. Everything's more digital nowadays for me.
Yeah, well, vinyl's coming back, though. It's making a big comeback. And rightly so. You kind of beat a bit of vinyl, Billy.
Can't beat a scratch record.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say about the Forest thing. I mean, they're only 18th for possession in the stats, apparently, which kind of says that, they are kind of low blocky and counter-attacky. But
they do go ahead a lot. Yes. They go a lot ahead at first. There's been context to a lot of those. I think we're too early. We are early on in the season where it's a sample size, but I don't think it explains the whole picture. The same you could say the same about us, because we didn't really get going in the Bournemouth game. Cher got sent off in the Southampton game. So there's a lot of things skewing our data. So it will be the same with a lot of teams. You've got to take it with a pinch of salt.
Well, exactly. I mean, I'm seeing a question saying, would we take a draw today? No, I want to win the game. You know, if we want to be where we want to be, we have to win these games. I mean, I know it's away at Nottingham Forest. I know they're in the top 4 at the moment, but listen, we have to win. We've got to win these games if we want to be where we want to be. Because how long are we going to keep saying from season to season, I'd take a draw, I'd take a draw, I'd take a draw. We want to be up competing in the top 4. And, I'm sure the Manchester Cities and Liverpools and Chelseas of this world don't go into a game saying, I'll take a draw. They want to go in and win the game and win every game. And I think that's the kind of attitude Eddie Howe has, though, Billy, to be fair.
I think Man City would take a draw for yesterday now.
Well, yeah. I mean, four defeats on the bounce for them. Miracles do happen. Incredible.
Obviously, the winning is the aim, but you don't want to lose either. So, I mean, I always say a point away from home is a good one. Mm-hmm. But however, these are the kind of games you would need to be winning, really, despite where they are in the table.
Now, of course, the Newcastle United women's team also kick off at 2:00 today down at Bristol City at Ashton Gate. So we'll keep you up to date with how that's going as well throughout the course of the afternoon. So we wish the lasses the very best of luck as well after their fantastic win over top of the table Birmingham last week. It would be fantastic for them to go and get another 3 points and keep that push in the championship. And then, of course, on Tuesday night, Sam and Aaron will bring you up to date with how that game went and a full review of it. Where are we going to win this game, Alex?
Being clinical, literally just being clinical, because we've been the chance creation for weeks and weeks and weeks has been really high. We're putting up good XG. We're getting lots of shots, getting penalties and things like that. We just need to be a bit more clinical. We don't have to play, Eddie Howe puts so much emphasis on performances. Yeah, that's fine. We do want to keep good performances. But if we're clinical, we've got people in the team that can win us the game without good performances. But we need to have that, that finesse back. And I think Isak's got a lot more confidence. He's scored a few goals recently, so hopefully he's going to be a bit more fit and firing. Gordon equally, should be okay. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Are we sticking by predictions, lads?
Yeah, no reason to change.
Alex, how about you?
I can't. I think I predicted a loss just because normally when I predict a loss, we win. So no, I think realistically, with how both teams are playing and where we're at, I would like to think we should edge this. Maybe a 2-1 to us. I can't see with Burn and stuff. I can see them getting a goal because they've been hurting a lot of teams. But I back us to get a couple with the kind of players we've got available at the moment.
Right, well, we'll catch you at half-time, matey. Enjoy the first half, and hopefully we'll be celebrating being a couple of goals ahead. But we'll see you at half-time, mate.
See you, Sato.
So that was Alex. he'll be back with us at full time, of course. Lovely tribute to, of course, Remembrance Day. Some fantastic flags in the Forest crowd there. Lovely one of the train as well. So we're very close to kick off. But remember, guys, if you kick off before me or you're going to kick off before me, just press pause on your TV. Wait till I say, right, we're underway. Hit play and we'll all be in sync. Please, again, no spoilers in the chat, please, or you will be removed. And we don't want to do that. Let's have a great watch along again with everybody. And we'll hopefully enjoy 3 points for Newcastle United. Very close to kick off now, Billy. And in fact, we are kicked off. That came rather quickly. We're underway at the City Ground, and already Forest pumping the ball long. And good header there by Dan Burn, getting stuck in already. So, of course, very early moments of this game. I expect Forest to come out at us, Billy, because I think they'll want to grab an early goal and put us under pressure.
Well, yeah, and it looks like they've done that already. Pumping the ball at the pitch straight away. It's going to be a physical battle.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, Alanga's got the ball here, but there was a foul earlier on Forest number 22, which was the captain Yates, and they have a free kick here. And this is going to put us under an early test, Billy, because it's a good position to whip one in here.
Yeah, discipline from Joe Linton straight away. Yates went down like he was got a broken leg, and then as soon as the whistle went, he got up and went off. Yeah, it's football these days.
But we expect a bit of shithousery from Yates today, as we've said many times in the chat already. And there's Chris Wood being closely marshalled by Dan Burn. Alanga's going to take this free kick for Nottingham Forest. Only a minute gone, and this is a very good opportunity for Forest here. Alanga's ball into the box is a brilliant one, and again in for Chris Wood. There's a scramble, and Wood fires off. I think it's blocked by Lewis Hall, and Forest very nearly in front. But a fantastic block, Billy. I think it was Lewis Hall. I'm not sure whether the flag's gone up for offside.
I'm pretty sure it was Lewis Hall.
Well, there's no offside there as far as I can see. I think that's a terrible decision, but brilliant block. Lewis Hall, Lewis Hall throws himself in the way of Chris Wood's shot. But that's the kind of problem they can cause from set pieces, Billy.
I mean, the header from Yates should have done better with that, really. He had a first shot on it, misplaced it, and then Chris Wood got a great shot in, but what a block.
Indeed. It has been whistled down. I can only presume offside unless the referee saw a free kick, yeah. Either way, it's going to be Nick Pope to take it, and he goes long towards out to this left-hand side, with Joe Linton wins the header. Cleared away by Arna. And it's high into the sky again, headed towards Chris Wood. Share goes in on him. Newcastle just trying to get the ball down here. Gordon flicks it forward. That's headed away well by Murillo. And Forest now with number 10. And that, of course, is Gibbs White, who has been linked with us quite heavily, Billy.
Yes, he has indeed. Good play from Gordon there.
Yeah, trying to break down the wing. Longstaff. And now Livramento goes back to Fabian Schär. Newcastle just settle and regroup. Very quick start by Forest to this game, as we expected. And now it's New England squad player Lewis Hall. Fantastic for him. To Dan Burn now, who brings it forward and just chips it across to Fabian Schär. Schär out wide again. Anthony Gordon. Livramento had made a run through the middle there, but wasn't spotted. Schär again. This time he goes long, and he's looking for the run of, well, nobody there. And it's headed down by Arna, and that goes back to the goalkeeper, Matt Sells. And Forest playing it out now, as it's back with Matt Sells again, and he will go long this time, searching down the right-hand side. Alanga goes up with Lewis Hall, who wins the header. Joe Linton now. Good ball into Willock. Now Willock bursts down the left-hand side for Newcastle. Look at the pace on Willock. He's into the penalty area. Ball across was excellent. And Moreno flicks it off the toes of Anthony Gordon. What a move, Billy. That could have been a fantastic goal. Good defending, but brilliant from Willock.
Yeah, Joe Linton and Willock combined perfectly down this left-hand side. And the pace of Willock, no one was catching him. A beautiful ball in. Luckily for Forest, Alex Moreno had tracked back and managed to deflect out of a corner. But had he not done, Gordon was in for a shot of goal.
That's the quickest I've seen Joe Willock for a long time. He just burst away there. Fabulous run. And it's going to be a corner. Lewis Hall to take in swinger. It's not a good one, and it's headed away at the near post by Moreno. Livramento goes with a big up and under. Fabian Schär is chasing this down. Arna holds him off. Don't give a free kick away. There's no point. And Fabian Schär does well, actually, and it's deflected out for a throw into Forest right by the corner flag. And already Ian has got a rip in his shirt, which isn't great for the Forest player after only 5 minutes. His arm's hanging off. Well, not literally his arm, but you know what I mean.
No worse than retainers.
Oh, dear me. Chris Wood with a flick on. Lewis Hall up there again. Gibbs White brings it down, flicks it over the top, looking for the run of Alanga, but good defending by Newcastle there. And Willock has the ball again, shoved in the back by Yates. And that is going to be a free kick to Newcastle United. Again, Yates going in. We know what kind of game he's going to play, Billy.
Yeah, he's a nasty bit of work. He's a batty type player, isn't he? Obviously not nowhere near as good as David Batty was, but that kind of cantankerous play, if you like.
If you're wondering where we are in the game, we're coming now 5 minutes and 10 seconds. And now Joe Linton has it on this near side, rolls it back to Lewis Hall. Hall with plenty of space, but just plays a one short in for Dan Burn, who has got what I can only describe as horribly coloured green boots on today. Now Isak, this is a good move from Newcastle. Gordon was slightly offside, so Isak has to come back, tries to float one in for Willock. And then Livramento was bundled under and he's gone down holding his face, but the referee allows play to go on. And Dan Burn, that could be a yellow card. That's a silly tackle again from Dan Burn. And, well, I'm surprised Anthony Taylor didn't give him a yellow card there, Billy. But,
yeah, I mean, a head injury and the ref didn't stop play. That's what Dan Burn's saying.
Yeah, but again...
It might not be a free kick. It might not be a free kick, but once there's a head injury, you've got to stop play.
I agree with that. But I think Dan Burn's got to be careful. The amount of yellow cards we're racking up for silly fouls. Just trying to see what happened to Livermore.
It's
again. Yeah.
Come on, referee. If you can't see that from 2 yards away, then you need to go and see Specsavers, buddy.
Yeah, that was a nasty
one.
Scandalous. Here it is
He's looking at him. He's even looking at him.
That's an elbow in the face.
That
is a sending off. That is a red card. Now, why aren't VAR looking at that? Surely that's a... He was looking at Livramento, looking where he was, and elbows him in the face. That's
a red card all day, every day. And Anthony Taylor stood 3 yards away from that, didn't see it. Pathetic.
That's not good. That is awful. Absolutely awful. Forrester getting a free kick out of an elbow to Livramento's face. Dan Burn has been booked and will be suspended for the West Ham game. So there you go. But Livramento was still down. There's blood
on his face. Come on, referee.
I think he's off the pitch getting treatment now, isn't he? Because Forrest are going to take this free kick.
We're penalised again. We're penalised even more now.
Yeah.
We're a defender down. Oh, fucking.
And I think that's what Newcastle are unhappy about here, because we're down to 10 men at the moment and Forrest have a free kick in a dangerous position. I can't believe VAR would view that and say that there wasn't any... You saw.
We got screwed over twice because he didn't even stop play for head injury.
I mean, Longstaff's having a chat with Yates there, but that was... You saw in the slow-mo, Billy, Yates looking where Livramento was.
And then swinging the elbow.
And then goes in with his elbow first.
Yeah, it's a red card. It's a red card. And even if it isn't a red card, he's got to stop play immediately so he can get treatment.
By the way, is a Nottingham Forest fan, and they put in the chat disgraceful from the officials. So, yeah, I mean, Joe Linton's having a chat with Yates now and probably saying, just keep your head up, son. That's a shocking decision, actually, Billy, because in normal speed, we just thought there was a collision there and, fair enough. But slow motion clearly shows Yates looking at Livramento and leading with his elbow. I can't believe it's not at least a yellow card.
It's a scandalous decision. It really is.
Wow. I mean, that's really, really poor. Really poor. But anyway, here's the Forest free kick. It's spun out to the right-hand side for Alanga. He can't keep it in, though, and a throw into Newcastle. So nothing comes of the free kick. Still goalless at the City ground, but already a little bit of controversy. I don't think Yates should be on the pitch anymore, and I don't think Billy does either.
Absolutely not.
And it's not biased. It's plain simply what we've just seen. The slow motion just totally gave that away. Burn now And he's put Lewis Hall in a bit of a situation there, but they get out of trouble. Long ball up towards Joe Linton.
It's a foul.
He's thrown to the floor. Nothing given by Anthony Taylor again.
Does he think he's at Old Trafford?
Well, he clearly must, Billy. I mean, a team in red. Jam Stasher says that elbow is a 5-minute major in ice hockey. Yeah, absolutely. You'd probably get a 5-minute major and a game misconduct for that. But, well, I mean, fair enough if the referee didn't see it, Billy, but where's VAR in all of this?
Exactly. But he should have saw the player down with the head injury. You know, that referees are meant to look out for that kind of thing.
Poor decision. And Aina goes down, and he's trying to get a free kick there, but this time Anthony Taylor not being deceived. So if you think he's dived there, book him. Some very poor refereeing decisions already in this game, Bill.
Can't agree more. Can't agree more.
Alanga chasing down Dan Byrne, who goes across to Fabian Scher, and again to the back on the pitch and bloodied up Tino Livramento. Then Bruno is fouled, and the referee, well, how late was he given that free kick? I mean, he allowed Forest to play on for about 3 or 4 seconds then decides to blow it back. Dear me. Anthony Taylor has not had the best start to this game as we try and play it in there. Ricky J, thank you for your super chat. And he says, this isn't the first time this has happened to us. I think it was against Watford under Rafa. Perez got smashed, but Joe Linton's got to the byline here, but his cross is too deep for Gordon. Perez got smashed in the face, and then his nose was broken. Ref said the ball hit him in the face as Joe Willock's just had an effort just over the bar. And no scores in all the other Premier League games at the moment.
Terrible header from Hudson Odoi there. And
It was terrible. Actually, Willock wasn't that far away with that effort, Billy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind him trying from there, mate. It was a good effort. He just slipped, actually, as he made connection with the ball, which stopped him really getting his foot around the ball and hooking it back towards goal. Anyway, Sells with a goal kick. It's a terrible kick straight to Longstaff. Now Bruno. Now Anthony Gordon. This is a good build-up from Newcastle. Gordon, though, loses the ball. Dominguez took the ball off him. Played over the top again. Byrne will safely get it back to Nick Pope. Still goalless here on Matchday Live on the Toon Review YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining us. Please do subscribe if you are new. And again, a big thanks to our sponsors, Mamaroo Records. Their link is pinned at the top of the description. Fabian Scher has the ball for Newcastle. Again, the diagonal ball this time does find its range and finds Joe Linton. Joe Linton looks for support. Hasn't really got any ahead of him, so rolls it back to Lewis Hall, who immediately then bombs forward, lays it off to Longstaff. Bit of space here, can play this wide for Livramento. It's a good ball. Livramento can get across and plays it low, and it was cleared by Murillo. Murillo's not going to be beaten by one of those grass-cutting crosses. He read that very, very well.
Yeah, he did. Good centre-half, is he?
Certainly is. Diane Robinson, thank you for your super chat. She's saying, get Byrne off and put Kelly on. And we're only 12 minutes into the game. He ain't going to do that, Diane, unfortunately.
Well, he got booked for something that shouldn't have happened, you know.
Well, he did. I mean, it should have been blown down way before that. But at the same time, Billy, he can't be making tackles like that. We've said silly yellow cards all season, really, for most of these players. And it was another silly one. It was just frustration that the whistle hadn't gone, and you can't be doing that.
VAR may have looked at it and decided it wasn't a red card offence, which is even madder in the extreme.
Well, yeah, they must have looked at it, Billy. They must have.
Yeah, must have.
But you tend to ask questions about what they were actually looking at there, because it was clear to us that on that slow motion, Yates knew exactly where Livramento was and led with his elbow.
100%. He was looking at him. He knew exactly what he was doing there.
Now Chris Wood lays it off to Moreno. He brings it forward. Good work there. Played inside now for Gibbs White. Gibbs White back to Yates. Plays it out wide for Arna. Alanga back to Arna again. Forest now trying to build from the back. Yates goes across. Milenkovic is some size, by the way.
Yeah, huge centre-half, isn't he?
Giant of a man. It's with Murillo now. Plays it forward to Chris Wood. Tries to lay it off. Livramento read the pass and just couldn't get away there. And, well, Dominguez did well, but again, Mr. Ricochet doesn't work in our favour, Billy, because Livramento was away there.
He was. Yeah. Good anticipation in getting to the ball in the first place, though.
Absolutely. Milenkovic goes across to Murillo now. Murillo heads to the halfway line, plays it inside to Gibbs White, spins away from Bruno, plays a thunderous ball. I think he was looking for Elanga, but Elanga would have had to be like a gazelle, Billy, to try and get that as it goes out for a goal.
I don't think even Usain Bolt's catching that one.
No, definitely not. Absolutely not. Gibbs White is disappointed. I think he was trying to sort of slice the ball out to the right-hand side, but ended up putting his laces through it. And it's safe to say his manager does not look too impressed with that. We're quarter of an hour into the game, Billy. What's your thoughts?
Well, we've started pretty well. I think we look quite good going forward. I think we look pretty solid in defence. So, yeah, a good first 15 minutes. The referee's not helped the game. I think, seriously, they should have had down to 10 men by now. Mm-hmm. But I think we've started the game pretty well, to be fair. Yep.
I mean, Forest haven't hurt us anyway at all yet. They had that early free kick, of course, which caused a few issues. But after that, I think we've been by far the better team with the ball. But it's still very early days, of course. And Dan Burn now with the ball, who will miss the West Ham game now through suspension. And that's a long ball out looking for Joe Linton again, but doesn't find him. Arna's in the way. Now Elanga, deep in his own half here.
Good tackle. Unlucky.
Brilliant work by Lewis Hall. And from Isak. Isak wins the ball back now for Newcastle. Into Willock. Willock, just flicked it behind Hall, but Bruno takes over. Now Joe Willock. Joe Willock's in the box. He's got two Forest players. Brilliant ball in from Willock. It comes to Gordon and he smashes over the bar on the volley.
Yes,
big opportunity, but wonderful play from Willock because he quickly spun and got that ball across, Billy.
It was outstanding play from Willock, wasn't it, to get onto his right foot. He's not offside, so, he's a brilliant bit of play. He goes back inside now, turns round, lifts it to the far post. And to be fair, Longstaff's in for an easy head if the centre-half doesn't get ahead on that.
Yeah, he is.
Gordon then could have tapped it backwards if he'd wanted to, but he had his mind on goal there.
Lewis Hall and Bruno was standing on the penalty spot. He could have played that, just touched that back for but you can understand he's only got his eye for goal there and unfortunately blasted high over the bar.
But again, Joe Willock started the game really well, just as he did last week and how he did at the City Ground in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat asking us what Man United score is. Why would we care? We'll bring you up to date with the scores, but if you want to know Man United scores, you're wrong channel. Anyway, Forest have the ball now with Arna deep in Newcastle's half. Plays it out right to Elanga. Elanga, again, Joe Linton comes across to help out with, and then brilliant work from Joe Willock, and he's won a throw-in for Newcastle. Newcastle want to get on with it quickly. Willock looks really fired up today, Billy. I mean, he's
this is the Willock we've wanted for such a long time, and injuries have cost us. And a bit of fitness now, and he looks the player he was 2 years ago now.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan Burn for Newcastle. Hall now plays it out wide to Joe Linton, just over the halfway line now. Cuts back in, lays it back to Lewis Hall. Hall has a look, just drives it across to Fabian Schär. Schär to Livramento. Gordon makes himself available. Now Gordon back to Fabian Schär. Newcastle just playing a possession-based game at the moment. As Burn goes across to Lewis Hall, who's got a bit of space to run into here. Plays it into Isak. Isak allowed to turn. And then plays it wide now for Joe Willock. Willock back to Lewis Hall. Into the Forest half we go now. Hall just walking it in. Little 1-2 with Isak there. And back to Isak. Good play this by Newcastle. Willock now, who's seen a lot of the ball early doors. Back to Lewis Hall. In fact, most of our attacks are coming down this left-hand side. Bruno now. Out to Joe Linton. Back to Bruno. Bruno across to Longstaff now. Again, Livramento making that run. Longstaff didn't spot him, or did spot him, but didn't fancy playing that kind of ball. Schär, though, will play that, and it's not a great ball, and Forest win the ball back and break quickly.
Low block and counter. This is what they're doing.
Yeah, Hudson-Odoi now, but Anthony Gordon has come back there to help out. Good play by Hudson-Odoi. He's got almost to the byline now. Gordon sticks to him, but he gets a cross in, headed away well by Bruno, who'd come back. And now we've lost the ball in a dangerous position there. And now it's come back to Arna. Arna running at Lewis Hall. Into the box he goes. Plays a ball down. Chance for Yates. Good play by Nick Pope to come out. And it's a corner to Nottingham Forest. Pope disagrees with that decision, but he was quick off his line there, Billy.
Yes, very sharp, wasn't he? No one followed Yates, which is the more concerning thing.
I think he slightly overhit that pass. But,
and it should be a goal kick. How the linesman haven't spotted that?
Yeah. Clearly came off Yates. But there you go. But it's a corner to Forest. And Alanga's going to take this now. Coming up to the 20-minute mark. Still goalless. Headed away at the near post by Joe Willock, who's had a quite awesome start to this game, it's safe to say.
Oh, yeah.
And down goes Alanga, and that is a foul by Joe Willock. He disagrees. He thinks Alanga's made the most of that. We haven't seen a replay yet, but I mean, Alanga did go a long way in the air there, Billy. It seemed to me like, I mean, I don't know how he got so airborne. We're just seeing it again now. He brushed the side. I don't think Willock goes. Oh, yeah, maybe it's a foul, but it's not as dramatic as Alanga made it out to be. I mean, that's the kind of reaction that gets players booked. But it is a very, very dangerous place to give a free kick away here. Alanga will take it from the edge of the box. Of course, Chris Wood is a long staff marking. Dear me, please no. Alanga's ball in is whipped in, and Forrester ahead. They've capitalised again. It's poor defending, and Murillo's got the goal for Forest. Poor defending from Newcastle. It's a free header, and it's buried into the corner by Murillo. And the Newcastle defenders, as Murillo was running away, just looking at each other, Billy, thinking, who was marking him?
Well, nobody seemed to have an idea who was marking who. We were left with long stuff on Chris Wood, which meant it was a centre-half. Should be marking a centre-half. Murillo's completely on his Jack Jones. No one near him. And it's fizzed in, and he's just come off his head and straight. He's not going to miss from there.
It's a great free kick, Billy, because it's fizzed in with pace. Murillo really only has to direct it, doesn't he? And he does it well. I mean, there's no chance for Nick Pope, but we're going to see a replay now. Newcastle have got all lined up across the 6-yard box, and nobody picks the run of Murillo up, and he just nods it into the corner.
Joe Linton's the nearest, but no one's followed him. No one's. Yeah, it's really poor. I don't know what our two centre-halves are meant to be doing, I'm sure.
Well, I don't know what anyone's supposed to be doing.
Well, anyone. Yeah, no one's jumped to anything. It's
I mean, Joe Linton sees him at the last minute, doesn't he? But, I mean, it's just ball watching, Billy. It's simple as that. It's just ball watching.
Disgusting. It's
comedy defending. I mean, look, when you whip a free kick in like that, it's going to cause problems because all you have to do is somebody get a head on it and put a direction on it. And that's exactly what Murillo did.
What it lacked was a leader there to tell people to mark up with certain men and make sure they touch tight. There was no one, anyone near anyone there. It was horrific. Horrific.
Shave my arse with a rusty razor, Billy. It is 1-0 to Nottingham Forest.
No, it's not good, that. And, it's not what we deserved. We're halfway through the first half. We've been in control most of it.
All right. But again, Billy, it's what we've been talking about, is that switch off for that brief second of not picking things up, and we concede silly goals. I mean, Forest will say it's a great goal and very happy with themselves. But from our point of view, Billy, we've seen it too much.
Yeah, we have. We've seen it too often. Having control of the game, then just switching off for a second, and then before you know it, we were goal down.
Anyway, Dan Byrne has the ball. And of course, Forest's tails are going to be up now. And we know they don't sit back and park the bus. They will want more goals. I mean, it could be a very open game, this. But again, Billy, what we will say, for all we had the ball in that part of the game, we haven't tested the goalkeeper again.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
Manchester United have taken the lead against Leicester City with Basil Brush scoring the goal with his huge teeth.
I think they will drop. I think they'll drop into a low block now and hit the counter. That's what I think they'll do.
Well, we struggle against a low block, but here's Isak. Willock back to Bruno. And Bruno's going to take a pot shot. Good save. Sells, pushes it away. And that goes out for a corner. Joe Linton is screaming, but Sells read the shot and pushes it away well, Billy. That's more like it from Bruno.
Yes, on target. Matt Sells Well, two-handed. He got
Yeah,
two hands on it. Good
he's
save.
at full stretch. It's a very good save.
Not the Matt Sal's that used to play for us. That's for certain.
No, absolutely not. He's gone on to very well. You have to credit goalkeepers like that who make a move and then it doesn't work for them. They go elsewhere and restart again. Gordon, lovely back heel. Hall plays it across. It's cleared by Milinkovic.
Well, nice set piece, that one.
Lovely move, wasn't it? And now back to Longstaff. And it's just back to as you were before Forest scored the goal. Long ball finds Fabian Schär at the far side. Schär cuts inside of Wood. Fabian Schär looking for options here and eventually is tackled and it's a throw in. I just think he was looking to try and get the ball across, but there wasn't the opportunity there.
Yeah.
But again, it's a good reaction to going one down though, Billy.
Yes, it is. Yes, we're just playing now. We have the whole half apart from 30 seconds where we conceded. Again, though, not really creating clear-cut chances, are we?
Here's Livramento all the way back now to Schär. Quickly to Dan Byrne. Byrne to Lewis Hall. Hall will bring it forward and lay it out to the left-hand side to Joe Linton again. Joe Linton, he's got an overlap from Willock. Cuts inside on his right foot this time. Plays across. Headed away again, this time by Murillo. Byrne is there. Cleared away again by Milinkovic this time. I mean, those two are man mountains, Billy. We find it very difficult.
What are you doing there, man?
Yeah, very slow to react there. And Forest now have the ball back. Hudson-Odoi makes a dart down the left-hand side. Livramento and Schär both got him covered. Schär gets it back to Nick Pope. Pope to Byrne as we start again. Out to this near side now to Lewis Hall. Here we go again. If you just joined us, it is 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. Murillo scoring from a free kick. Just over 26 minutes gone in the game. Welcome, everybody, to Matchday Live. Please do subscribe if you're new to the channel. And again, a massive shout out to our sponsor, Mamaroo Records of Whitley Bay. Their link is pinned at the top of the description. But if ever you're in Whitley Bay, they're right in the centre opposite Greg's. Pay Steve a visit, and I'm sure he'll do you a good deal. That's got to be a foul by Arna.
About 3 times.
Wow, I mean, that was like WWE. Brilliantly read the pass, though, Lewis Hall. And he darts forward now for Newcastle. Lays it off to Willock into the penalty area. It's Joe Willock, still going, and it comes off Milinkovic for a corner. But that was brilliant from Lewis Hall, Billy. He read the pass, stepped up, intercepted, and put Newcastle on the attack again.
Well, what he was saying was, if the referee isn't going to give us anything, I'll have to get involved and stop things, and he did. And he got to give it to Joe Willock, who looks really dangerous on this left-hand side. I think there's goals for us in this game. I really do.
Yeah, I do as well. And that was just brilliant from Hall. Goals from set pieces this season. Newcastle have not scored from a corner or a free kick. 1 penalty and 1 throw-in that we've scored from, Billy, which doesn't make great reading, does it?
No. Especially these two tall centre-halves that they have at the back here.
Yeah.
Forest, they'll be marking men.
Gordon with the corner. It's a good corner right into the 6-yard box, but headed away well. And we've got to be careful here because Forest can break quickly. But great work by Anthony Gordon, stopping the quick clearance there. And Lewis Hall sees off Hudson-Odoi. And it's now back with Livramento as Newcastle regroup and get back into position. And now Isak has it on the right-hand side for Newcastle. Back to Longstaff. Longstaff to Isak. Longstaff does the overlap. Isak still has the ball. He's got Livramento here. Little 1-2 with him. Isak then, brilliant turn from Isak. Gives himself a bit of space, looking for an option. Tries to do a little bit too much. Got to be careful. Bruno gets the ball back, though.
Referee.
Bruno barged over. This time the referee gives a free kick. About bloody time.
He didn't even want it. I mean, Hudson-Odoi felt that wasn't a free kick. I mean, look at this.
I mean, it's bizarre, really, isn't it? But we've seen so many like that in this first half, and Anthony Taylor's just waved them away. Said, no, that's not a foul. Don't be silly. But this is a good opportunity for us. Gordon and Lewis Hall over the ball. Is it going to be an in-swinger or an out-swinger, Billy?
Everything seems to be in-swinging, doesn't it? Corners and things, so don't suppose it's an in-swinger.
Well, I mean, Joe Linton causing all sorts of ructions. There's all sorts going on in that penalty area. Gordon's cross, and it comes off, I believe, Joe Linton, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. There was a lot of battling between him and Milenkovic there as the free kick was taken, Billy, and Murillo. It's Murillo eventually that sort of just kind of nudges into Joe Linton, and the header goes over the bar.
Yeah, good physical battle. Nothing untoward about that. Decent free kick. Poor header. Got there too early, didn't he?
Yeah, didn't time it right, which seems to be the case on our set pieces when we try and head for goal. Great play by Lewis Hall again, but Yates manages to keep the ball. But Hall's just everywhere, isn't he? He's just picking up these loose balls, and he's just been brilliant so far. Lewis Hall and Joe Willock have been brilliant in this first half.
They have.
Yeah, we find ourselves 1-0 down.
Once see Bruno getting the game a bit more, he's been quiet.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he did have that shot which Sells pushed round the post, didn't he? So at least he's had a shot. Byrne brings it forward for Newcastle. Coming up to the half-hour mark, it's Forest 1, Newcastle 0. Murillo from a free kick earlier in the half, which left us scratching our heads to where the defenders were, as nobody picked Murillo up. Byrne fires a ball into Isak. I mean, what sort of pass is that? I mean, it was horrible. And now Alanga into the penalty area. Lewis Hall gets back, though. Alanga turns on his left foot, hits a shot, is slightly deflected off Hall, and an easy pick up for Nick Pope. Nick Thornton, thank you for your super chat. For fuck's sake, please employ a set-piece coach.
We've got one. Jason Tyndall.
Yeah. We all know how we feel about that, Billy. But that pass by Dan Byrne to Isak, I mean, it was like it came out of a rocket. I mean, Isak's got no chance of trying to control that.
No.
And here come Forest again. Good defended by Willock. But again, the ricochet bounces safely to a Forest player. And now Yates has it. Back to number 16, who is, of course, Dominguez. And we win the ball back. Isak, very deep in his own heart. Sorry, Willock. Bruno now. Good play by Bruno. Steps away from two Forest players to give him a bit of space. And then he cuts back inside. That's a lovely play from Bruno. And Bruno's still on the ball. He's still going and then falls over. He's not going to get a free kick for that. But Newcastle, that's what we want to see. Tenaciously winning the ball back. Anthony Gordon from the edge of the box. Lays it into Longstaff. Longstaff turns and comes back a little bit to Bruno. And Bruno goes back to Livramento, who can get a cross in now. Livramento's ball in is headed away well, but it comes now to Lewis Hall. Hall is then challenged by Alanga, and it goes out for a corner to Newcastle.
Yeah, pressure.
But I just want to see you put something on target, Billy.
I'm not sure crosses are the way to go with these two centre halves. I mean, they're just going to head on the away all day.
They are men mountain, Billy, and you know, we've already seen Isak try to get in between the two, but they play very close together. I mean, and I know we scored a goal last week with Gabriel and Saliba pushed apart, but these two are rock solid at the minute. But we do have a corner, and it's going to be Anthony Gordon to take again, and it's headed away again by Murillo. High into the sky, though. Byrne gets it back across. Isak gets the left foot shot. And it's cleared. Now Alanga in a foot race with Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall does absolutely brilliantly. It was Hudson-Odoi he shook off there. Plays it into Joe Linton. Down for Longstaff. Longstaff to Joe Linton. Back to Longstaff. And Byrne. Oh, it's saved by Sells. And Sells is seriously pumped up.
Yeah, it was a good bit of football. It just fell to the wrong man at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, great build-up. And, of course, unfortunately, Dan Byrne's on his right foot, but it's still a good save from Matt Sells. And he's made two very, very, very good saves in this first half for Nottingham Forest.
He seems very hungry, doesn't he? He seems very keen to do well against his former club.
Share now bursts forward and plays a really, really stretching ball, but Joe Linton's done well to keep it in. Cuts inside, and it's going to be a throw into Newcastle. Forest felt there was a foul by Joe Linton. I'm not sure where. Well, here is Big Joe again. Rolls it back to Livramento. In turn to Fabian Schär. Schär has Hall in support, who's been everywhere in this first half. Lewis Hall brings it forward again. Short ball into Willock. Willock again turns, looking to go on the attack straight away. Faces up the defender. Still Willock. Now Lewis Hall. Gordon is stuck on that left-hand side now since the corner. Willock's ball in. That's going nowhere. Headed away, but he didn't get a shout. And it drops for Joe Linton now, who can put the ball back in. And it's blocked again, but comes to Bruno. Bruno in the box. Give it to Lewis Hall. He doesn't see him. Plays it out to Joe Linton again. And the ball across is looped. Sells punches off the head. And still bouncing around in Forest. Eventually, who could clear? But Newcastle knocking on the door here. Fabian Schär now. Hall again. Good ball, that's to Longstaff. Longstaff turns.
Oh, come on.
I see what he's trying to do. Played into Dan Burn, but it's the wrong player. And Burn's now caught out of position, miles out of position. And Forest can break here if they play it to the right. Hudson-Odoi is a little bit slow in getting it to Alanga, but finds him. And now we're a centre-back down. Burn is eventually back in position, but he's had to run the whole length of the pitch. Alanga plays it across. Livramento cuts across to deny Gibbs-White. And now the ball bouncing around again. Willock and Yates going forward, but it comes to Arna. Arna now just settles things down for Nottingham Forest. Plays it to Milenkovic. Back to an Arna. An Arna? Arna. Arna. Yates now down the line for Alanga. Alanga tries to get a first-time ball in. The ball comes to Bruno. Bruno then to Schär. Schär now looks for support to get out of trouble. Finds Willock, but Willock's control is poor. And Forest get a throw in. And now it's down at the other end. Another score update. Ipswich have taken the lead at Tottenham. Sammy Schmodix with the goal on 31 minutes. And, well, interesting scoreline, that one. But we've got just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Forest leading by 1-0 right here on Matchday Live on the Toon Review. Thank you very much for joining us. Keep those subscribes coming in, guys. And, of course, hit the like button if you're enjoying the commentary. Arna now, long throw into the penalty area. Headed away by Joe Linton. Long, high clearance. Arna controls it well. He does very well. Finds here's Hudson-Odoi. Now back to Dominguez. And Hudson-Odoi on the left-hand side. Now Moreno. Back to Dominguez. Again, patient build-up this time from Forest. Gibbs-White has come deep to receive the ball. Moreno now for Forest. And again, back to Dominguez. And now, well, they're just playing around now, Billy. A bit of possession. And probably rightly so, given the pressure they've been under.
100%, yeah.
Oh, Livramento's beaten there. Chance here for Forest. Great stretching foot from Fabian Schär. And it's out for a corner to Forest. But he got done there, Livramento.
He did. Luckily, I think. I don't think he meant that, but...
Well, I think that would have been a fantastic piece of... Well, maybe he did, Billy, looking at the replay. Just nodded it over the head of Livramento. But again, a set piece for Nottingham Forest. This is where we need to just keep our wits about us.
I mean, after the first one, surely the centre-halves and the defenders have got to be switched on this time. Good grief.
Yeah, you would think so, Billy. You would think so. Anyway, corner for Forest. In it comes. It's whipped in again. It's Gibbs-White at the near post. But he gets far too much on that. I think he tried to flick the ball across. But far too much on it. And it's over the bar for a goal kick. You see what he's trying to do. Just sort of a little glance at it, Billy. But too much of a connection.
Yeah.
But we are still down despite... I mean, Matt Sells has made a couple of good saves. I think we've played well, Billy.
Yeah, I agree. Just one moment where we've switched off.
Yeah. Now Lewis Hall brings it over the halfway line or just stops prior to it, but is still in a lot of space. Into Isak. Back to Hall. Hall again, looking for an outlet. Lovely ball into Joe Willock. Willock now across to Bruno. Bruno does have Livramento to the right of him. Here is Tino on the far side. Livramento saw the run of Sean Longstaff, but unfortunately... Dominguez also read that very well. But it's a throw into Newcastle. And we're taking our time over this. Come on. And now we eventually, Tino Livramento finds Gordon. Gordon turns, faces Hudson-Odoi. Spins away from him. Great play by Gordon, but a poor pass. To be fair, Sean's made some good runs, Billy, but we just can't find the pass.
Yeah.
And Forest break out again. Alanga. Chris Wood is through the middle, but Alanga slows it down. Gibbs-White finds Arna. Back to Gibbs-White. He will turn. And Forest content just to knock it around at the back a little bit now, just to regroup, I guess. But what I have noticed about Forest, Billy, is they do sort of build up quite patiently, don't they? But they've lost the ball again there.
Oh,
Longstaff,
referee.
that looked like a foul, but the referee didn't even signal it was a foul. But we still got the ball. And it's with Fabian Scher just inside the Forest half now. Looks for an outlet. Gets it from Dan Byrne. Byrne on the halfway line. Plays it to Lewis Hall. Hall can bring it forward. Plays it out left to this near side for Joe Linton. A bit of space for him. Inside again to Lewis Hall. Hall delivers a cross. Again, it's headed away by Milenkovic. We're just having no luck with them two centre-halves at the moment. They've got every single ball that we put in at the minute.
Oh,
Good
well
1-2 between Livramento and Longstaff.
Referee!
And Livramento bowled over. It's a free kick. It's Hudson-Odoi again. I mean, that's got to surely a yellow card.
Another yard. It was a penalty, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Penalty box.
Yeah, it was a lovely 1-2 between Livramento and Longstaff. Livramento clearly gets to the ball first. I'm not sure how he doesn't get a yellow card for that, Billy.
It's got to be a yellow card. It has to be a yellow card. No attempt to play the ball. Knew he was done.
Livramento was holding his lower
Especially
back.
if Dan Byrne got booked for the same thing, you know?
Well, I think that's what Dan Byrne's having a word with Anthony Taylor about, thinking, you booked me for a very similar foul. How have you not booked Hudson-Odoi for that?
And that was in a more goal, you know, it's like a more threatening position as well.
Absolutely. I agree.
Anthony
Shocking.
Taylor's absolutely awful, isn't he?
Yeah. He is. He's terrible.
And of course, Livermento's injured and we haven't got Kraft on the bench today. We've got Target on there.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Emil Kraft is, if he's injured or not. If he's dropped Kraft for Target, I think that's another disgrace, quite frankly. Hall plays the ball in, but it's deflected away again. Come back to Lewis Hall. Left foot into the box. Matt Sells is out to claim that one. And he gets on with it very quickly because he can see the runner Gibbs-White and Alanga, but good covering from Livramento. Now we've got to keep the ball here and don't lose it in a silly place. And Longstaff does really well again to control the ball. To Joe Willock now.
Sean's done okay, to be fair to him.
He has. He's played well again. I want to see... Gordon's had a stinker. Gordon's not playing well at all, Bill. He's lost the ball so many times.
Yeah.
And now Arna brings the ball forward, but Forest aren't really in a hurry to get forward at the minute. Now they do with Murillo, and he can play it out to the left to Hudson-Odoi. Odoi is running at Livramento. Sean Longstaff comes back to help him out. Pulled back to Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White floats across to the back post. Byrne didn't get a shout. Heads it away, but only as far as Yates. And he's got Arna in support of him. Arna back to Yates. Little 1-2's going on there. And eventually back to Milenkovic. And this is a good build-up by Forest again. Down the left-hand side comes Hudson-Odoi. Odoi running at Livramento. Played it back to Gibbs-White on the edge of the box. He will try a shot this time. Headed away by Fabian Scher. It's Newcastle's turn to soak up a bit of pressure here. Isak helping out at the back and then decides to go on a maraud and run. Isak, brilliantly done. Hall.
What's that?
Oh, that's a foul by Yates again. And still no yellow card. Wow.
I mean, Gordon lost that ball, to be fair.
Well, it was a terrible pass from Gordon. I mean, Gordon's had a stinker, Billy. You know.
I mean, look at that.
That's Yates again on Longstaff, and Longstaff does really well to keep the ball going. How is Yates still on the pitch?
If he'd gone down then, he'd be off. I'm telling you.
I mean, it was studs down his thigh, Billy.
Down his knee, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
If he'd have gone down there, I think Yates goes off, I'll be honest.
Yeah. He was a bit too honest there, Sean, wasn't he? Here's Lewis Hall now, just on the edge of the box. Good ball through to Willock. Willock on this left-hand side of the penalty area. Tackled, but Hall gets stuck back in there. Willock. Oh, he's pushed over, but nothing again from the referee. And now Alanga breaks for Nottingham Forest. He's got Wood up with him. Chris Wood sees where he wants the ball, but Alanga skips round Fabian Scher. Still Alanga. Out to Hudson-Odoi. And Forest slow it down. What a break that would have been. He could have played Chris Wood in there, but didn't see him. Hudson-Odoi to Gibbs-White.
Well, do it VAR. I'm going to go have a look at that penalty shout.
Oh, I bet they do, Billy. I know what kind of result we're going to get and all. There's been some shocking refereeing decisions in this first half. Absolutely shocking. Oh, that's a lax pass, and now Isak picks it up. Couple of minutes to half-time. Isak's up there by himself at the minute. Gordon's getting forward, and he tries to beat Murillo, and Murillo does really well. Isak wants a penalty, but Murillo won the ball there, I think, Billy.
Yeah, I think that one's fair enough, but
yeah,
the other one I don't think is.
Bruno has it back for Newcastle United. And Gibbs White is caught, and a free kick to Nottingham Forest.
Does Gibbs White just throw a punch to Joe Linton then?
And Joe Linton now having to go Gibbs White, and Yates comes in and pushes him away. And now it's all kicking off. There's about 5 players around Joe Linton. He wants to take them all on. I don't know. Actually, I don't actually know what happened there.
I think Gibbs White first went over to Joe Linton and pushed him in the face. That's what it looked like for me. Obviously, Joe Linton will get booked for this, and fucking Gibbs White will get nothing.
Well, he's talking to them both at the moment. Joe Linton's got a smile on his face.
Well, VAR, all this is now going to forget about VAR and his penalty, aren't they?
Well, yes, but also, Billy, the fact that Yates is still on the pitch after 2 horrific tackles. I mean, we're seeing it here, the Willock one. He gets kicked in the back of the leg.
That's a penalty kick. All day, every day.
Well, you know what they'll say, Billy, is Willock put his leg across.
Yeah.
He's the other one with Murillo, but I think Murillo does really well there. That's a brilliant tackle, that actually. Fantastic defending. And now Anthony Gordon. Gordon sees he's sacking inside. He's sacking turn. He's got loads of space to run into here. Lays it off for Longstaff. Plays it out with Longstaff taken out well after the play there. And there's another Newcastle player going down. And Anthony Taylor says, get up. 3 minutes of additional time, by the way. And good build-up again by Newcastle. I'm not so sure that was a penalty.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned obstruction, isn't it?
Yeah, Marino just stands his ground there. It's good defending. It's good defending. But I mean, how VAR haven't picked up on Yates' elbow, then the studs down the knee of Sean Longstaff. I have no idea what's going on anymore in football. I mean, it's ridiculous. And here is Elanga for Forest. I say try and get a second before half time, but Willock intercepts. Gordon back to Willock. Willock now breaks across, cuts across, and fires a ball out to Joe Linton. I think it's just a little bit too much on that, but excellent from Joe Willock again. We're just seeing the Forest goal again, whipped in. I mean, Joe Linton, to be fair, is just static. He sees Murillo, but he doesn't run to the ball, and Murillo runs to the ball.
I mean, he's actually not doing an awful lot either, to be fair, is he?
No, absolutely not. It's a poor goal to concede. I mean, we've been the better team this first half, no doubt. But unfortunately, you take your chances.
It's not only the men's team doing poorly at the minute, the lads are one down as well, apparently.
Oh, dear. Not a good afternoon for Newcastle United so far, but he is Joe Linton. And he does really well to keep a hold of the ball. Gibbs White then brings him to the floor. Of course, those two are having an ongoing tussle. Not a chance.
We've made one foul in the first half. We've got booked for it.
Yep.
Ah, dear me.
Shocking. Absolutely disgusting refereeing. But apart from that, Billy, we just, again, I mean, Matt Sells has made a couple of really good saves. We're continuing to play well.
Yeah,
Willock now.
Really well.
Hall, back to Joe Willock. Gordon on the edge of the box there. Back to Lewis Hall. Back to Joe Willock. Good ball across to Fabian Schär. He knows how to hit them against Forest, and it's well blocked on the edge of the penalty area. I think that was Dominguez who blocked it. Byrne's got to be careful here. Chris Wood all over him. Byrne does well to get it back to Nick Pope. Pope then gets a good pass out to Lewis Hall, but the referee says that is it. That is half time. And Forest go in at the break up by 1-0, Billy.
Yeah, it's been a really good first half performance-wise, but shocking result. Well, the result of it, one poor switch-off moment from a free kick. We're going one down. It's unbelievable, really.
Yeah. Alex, 1-0 down. Newcastle playing some great football, but we end up being a goal down at half-time, just slightly switching off for the free kick.
Yeah, I think we've been okay in large parts. So obviously, it's the same kind of game as we've seen against sort of Brighton and Everton, though. It's going that way where we're dominant. We're creating a lot of, I say, good opportunities. Not really. We're creating chances. They're not fantastic, but we need, is what we said at the start. We need to be more clinical. It is a shame that Anthony Taylor's really letting the game down. Yates somehow not going in for the second half with a booking is outrageous.
Well, he should have been sent off,
Not,
Alex.
yeah, there was also a red card challenge as well. High boot on Sean into the knees. That being said, it wasn't
the elbow on
the elbow as
Alex.
well. There was another one. There was another one, Paul. So there was a high studs tackle on Sean from Yates
on
as
Sean
well.
as well.
There were two potential red card offences. Not only that, there was a penalty on Willock. Alanga clattered through the back of Joe Willock. No penalty given. Additionally, their free kick for the goal came from a corner that wasn't a corner. That was a goal kick. So they have really got the rub of the green from the officials today. That being said, the game is still in our hands because we're creating the chances, so we can still win this.
I do agree. There's definitely goals in. Adnan says we're down because of Isak.
We are.
Home video says Forest are garbage. Finish them. Caleb says we've been good. I don't like to blame the refs, but Taylor has been totally awful. Steve says appalling refereeing. That was never a corner that led to the goal. No. Super chat coming from Thomas Tomeo. Thank you, matey. Lewis Hall is showing why England called him up. 100%. He's been brilliant. Keith Truscott, thank you for yours. Frustrating because of a shite ref again. I think Eddie needs to make a couple of subs now.
I agree.
Isak's not playing well. Isak's not quite at it, but neither is Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, well, I don't think there was much of the issue. I think Gordon is not having the best game, but the width is being created by Tino. So Gordon is going central a lot, and he's not getting the moments that we normally see from him. Forest is setting up in such a way that there's not as much space for Gordon to go and do his thing. It tends to be Isak dropping and getting the runs, or Tino's creating the width. So Gordon's not getting to do Gordon things. I wouldn't say they are in need of replacing at all. I think Sean needs to go off. I think in the last 20 minutes of that first half, Sean was lethargic. He was not blocking passing lanes. He was slow. He wasn't moving to the ball. Sean is in the team for one job: ball recovery and be disciplined. And he's done none of that. I don't think Sean's been particularly good. And in a game like this, we need a bit more zip. So this is the kind of game where we need somebody like Tonali, in my opinion. Dan Burn as well. We're constantly terrified when Burn's on the ball. He played a flat pass through the middle, which was massively overhit, which didn't stick to Isak.
It was like out of a cannon.
That is exhibit A of why we need a technical footballer as a defender. That is why we bought Sven Botman. Somebody bottle up that image or that video clip and save it. That Burn pass is exactly why we don't want to play Burn long term. Because when we play games like today, it doesn't work like that. We need more technicians.
Nick Thornton, thank you for your super chat. Someone arrest Tyndall for stealing a wage. Oh dear.
Well, there was one nice short corner routine that was really creative.
Yeah, but it was creative, but one out of how many though? That's the problem. DK, thank you for another super chat. Typically, Newcastle really change the team depending on the opposition. We will lose games if we stick to favourites. I don't think you had a choice to keep the same team today. I didn't necessarily disagree there, but Billy, I mean, you mentioned the Tonali factor before the game, and Alex has had his say on Longstaff there towards the end of the half or last 20 minutes of it. I mean, is that a change that you'd particularly look at?
Yes, 100%. It should have been made at the start of the game. Tonali offers more. He's more creative. He doesn't lose the ball. He knows, he reads the game better. So for me, it started. However, I don't think Sean's been as bad as Alex is making out, to be honest. I don't think he's been that bad, but he's just not as good as what the worst of Tonali would be.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sean's done some decent things that maybe haven't been highlighted. I mean, he's made some very good runs, but nobody's picked him out. He's made some very good runs into the box, overlapping, and hasn't been picked out.
I don't know. Bruno, there was a moment where Bruno absolutely lost his mind because Sean did not play the forward pass when it was on. Bruno turned around and started throwing his arms around at his own teammates. And you can go and watch that. That will be there recorded. He's not, even Bruno's getting frustrated that we're lethargic. In a game like this, we need people to get their heads up, spot the runners, move the ball quickly. That's not Sean's game in this kind of match. Sean is great against Arsenal. in games like that where it's we need to. It's a battleground. It's different. This is not a battleground game. This is a play a careful pass because we're going to get countered. That's Sean's not as good at that.
By the way, they're just highlighting the goal there on the TV, and they've all singled out Isak, Billy, for just
standing
well.
there.
What the hell was he doing?
I don't know. Him and Joe Linton. Joe Linton sees the ball, sees the run, and just doesn't get there quick enough. But Isak just basically drops back into a position behind the ball and doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Keith Truscott, thank you for another super chat. What the F is going on with our set piece work? It's utterly amateurish, not good enough. We've got Mansuk, who's been a member for 4 months now. Thank you for your support, buddy. Honestly, Jacob Murphy at right back would honestly be better than Tino. At least Murphy can cross a ball. No, not having that. I think Tino's done all right. Calvin says, don't like blaming the ref, but oh my God. Guppy Verk, thank you for another super chat. Bring on Tonali. I mean, will he bring Tonali on at half time, Billy, or do you think it'll be sort of...
No, I think it'll be an hour.
You wait again, will he? I mean, look, I can understand maybe if he just sort of... right, they're highlighting Yates' challenges now, so I'm very interested. Billy, do you want to listen to what they say for this? Because they're just highlighting the 2 challenges, and I'd be very keen to know if the pundits think that Yates should be sent off, because that one on Longstaff was shocking, Alex. I mean, he's
it's
down the inside of his knee.
Yeah, it was a shocking challenge. We've seen several highlights of it now. It's a clear red card. It's not even questionable. It's very obvious that he's gone in for a 50-50, but he's raised his foot, studs up
as well,
straight down the side of the knees. It's clear as day. It's not really a subjective thing at that point. He was lucky to get away with the elbow. He should have just been a free kick and a yellow card. Instead, we got nothing for it. And then it was Yates that put the ball out for the corner that eventually got them the goal. So that man is stealing this game as far as I'm concerned, Yates. But it's still in our control because we've got more of the ball and more of the chances. So we need to try and win this game. We don't need Anthony Taylor to win this game. We just need to do it ourselves.
Billy, what were they saying?
Merton said 2 yellow cards should be off the pitch.
2 yellows. Interesting. I mean, at least he says he should have been sent off, but I think he should have got a red. Certainly for the one on Sean. I mean, the elbow one, I just think he's looking at Sean before the ball arrives and he leads with his elbow.
I think it's straight red and a yellow.
Absolutely horrific challenges, and he hasn't even been booked in the half. Jens, thank you for your super chat. Sean was not good. He gets the ball in the penalty box, can't sort his feet, terrible. Can drive the ball in, and the referee just, wow, shocking. Desmond, thank you for your super chat. Sean's game thrives at home and not in these games. Okay. I mean, look, we do need somebody to unlock Nottingham Forest. I mean, Bruno's had an effort, Alex, saved by Matt Sells. Burn on his wrong foot, obviously, but still a good save. So Sells has had to make some saves.
Yeah, I think we're unfortunate not to have scored. I think we should be level. I think this scoreline is rather unjust going in at half time. But that's football. This is what happened against Everton. This is what happened against Brighton. We can't just keep blaming luck. We need to force it. We need to be better. We've got to mix it up. And again, I'm not having this 46 minutes on the clock. Fabian just boots it from 30 yards. No, be better. Work the opportunity. Spot the runners. We just need to be a bit more careful with it, because I think the lads always get to a point where they start panicking and playing a silly ball. And this is what we can't do. Willock's been fantastic, but there's been a couple of times where he's lost the ball, as has Sean with a couple of sloppy forward passes where we get countered. We need to, if you're going to play that pass, you've got to make sure you're finding a runner or play it wide. And yeah, we need to make more of an effort to try and do something from crosses, because we've put in so many crosses this half. It's been really good from the wide players. The crosses have been great. They've been front post, back post, 6-yard box. We've had low crosses, high crosses. They've done a good mixture. They're giving the people in the box an opportunity. So we need to take more advantage of that. The corners, though, I appreciate it's Jason Tyndall, but it's not Jason Tyndall's fault that Gordon can't hit a corner past the first man. Gordon and Hall need to hit past the first man. That is, first and foremost, their delivery that needs to improve. It's no good Jason saying, up, down, left, right, you've got to beat your first man.
Nick Thornton, thank you for another super chat. Longstaff is worn out from running his mouth all week. Oh dear. Wow. David says, never had a clear-cut chance, so how on earth can you say Newcastle should be level?
We'd force the goalkeeper into several saves. Is that
the goalkeeper's made 2 standout saves, one from Burn and one from Bruno that he turned around the post. How can we compete with the refs constantly doing this to us? Where's the red for the elbow? Where's the penalty? Several fouls. He just plays absolutely ridiculous.
Well, the worst thing is that we've made 1 foul in the first half and got a yellow card for it. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep. And of course, Alex Dan Burn is now missing the Southampton game. West Ham, sorry.
The West Ham game? Yeah. Again, it's another one where it'll just be Lloyd Kelly and won't it? It'll be Lloyd Kelly's an adequate backup. If not, there's an argument to be made he should be starting because of his technical quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see.
Trevor says it's the White Sox that's the problem. Kit says Forest a very ordinary side. We should be beating them in the second half. I hope the ref is showing the elbow and shin scrapes and opens his eyes in the second half. Aaron Taylor, thank you for your super chat. Anthony and Louise giving us Taylor's a bad name. Yeah, very much so. Looney says, why are we surprised refs are against us at this point? I've come to expect it. We need to win the game ourselves. Nothing you can do against corrupt officials, says Spike. 80s Gamer says, it is interesting to see how many people want Eddie Howe out when we fail to get Europe again. 80s Gamer is not a fan of Eddie Howe. Sam says, Gordon is always poor, needs to be kicked up the arse. I don't think he's played well today. I must admit, I don't think he's...
No, he's not been good.
He's not been great. He's done a couple of decent things, but he's making runs, but he hasn't done... He's gave the ball away numerous times.
There's been a couple of situations, Paul, where Longstaff makes the forward run to join the line.
Yeah.
Gordon drops deep, and then he loses it because he'll try a flick or something. And then obviously Sean's made and that's not Sean's fault in that instance. Sean's made the run, and he's then out of position. But Gordon is a little bit plays a risky pass. He's tried it twice, and then we get countered because there's a great big hole in the middle of the park. So he's got to be more careful with it when he tries that.
Other halftime scores in the Premier League: Manchester United lead Leicester by 2-0. Bruno Fernandes and an own goal by Christensen. And the game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is Tottenham 0, Ipswich 2. Schmodix and Delap with the goals for Ipswich. So it's all going on. And Bristol City lead Newcastle United, ladies, by 1-0. That is also half-time. Players coming back out, Alex. We'll catch you at full-time, matey.
You will. Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, let's get the 3 points. Come on.
So that was Alex, of course, and he'll be back at full time. We are just waiting. Obviously, they've gone to adverts again. Again, if you go to kick the second half off before me, please just pause and wait till I say, right, we're underway. And we'll all be in sync again. And of course, please, no spoilers in the second half, or the mods will remove you, and we don't want to do that. Dan Robinson with a super chat. Newcastle challenged the Premier League, so they're trying to bully us with questionable decisions. We're one of the only teams that could challenge the cartel. And another super chat from Graham Ritchie. We need Sandro on for the second half. Let's not wait any time, please. Well, it doesn't look like there is any changes, Billy.
Doesn't look like it, does it? I mean, all I'm seeing is Murillo, and I don't know what he's doing. He's meditating or something.
He's saying a prayer by the looks of things. He's just... but it will be Newcastle to get us underway for the second half. And we are... There we go. We're underway. Second half has started. Newcastle United, a goal down at the City Ground. But let's see if we can turn this around in the second half. And immediately trying to come on the attack there, Isak. And it's clipped off Joe Linton's back, and it's a Forest throw in as we take a look at Eddie Howe.
Joe Linton starting the game down the right hand side to begin the second half.
He has, yeah. I don't think Joe Linton's a right winger, Billy. I mean, he's moved Gordon out left, I presume, to try and get Gordon more in the game, but that disrupts the Willock Joe Linton combination that's been working so well.
It could also be defensive reasons, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Here is Joe Linton. Plays a good ball down the line to Isak now. Isak it runs towards a penalty, skips round Murillo, plays it across. Oh, Willock had a lot of space but couldn't control the ball, and Forest eventually get it away. That was a great chance for Willock, but he just couldn't keep the ball at his feet.
How have he managed to lose the ball there?
I'm not sure. Strange. Very strange one. But we've got it back anyway. Dan Burn now brings it forward. Looks for an outlet and gives it to Lewis Hall. Skips inside now. Anthony Gordon. Peter Garthwaite, thank you for a super chat. Surely if we lose today, Eddie Howe is under pressure. Well, I think he'd be under pressure for the league position. As Joe Linton tries a cross, a very deep one, and it's all the way. It's still in play. Gordon hooks it back to Lewis Hall. Hall then back to Byrne. Byrne takes a touch forward and starts marauding towards the penalty area. And now he's way out of position. We need to be careful we don't lose the ball here. Dan Byrne has stayed where he is. He's further forward than Isak right now. Share. Livramento. And now to Joe Linton. Inside now to Bruno. Bruno to Livramento. Livramento plays the ball down at Sean Longstaff's. Well, Livramento looks at him and says, why didn't you make the run? I mean, it was a good ball from Livramento. As Bristol City have scored a second against Newcastle women. It is 2-0 to Bristol City in the ladies' game. So not going great for the Newcastle United clubs right now. As Gordon has it on the far side. Lays it off to Willock. Willock now back to Dan Byrne. Again, patient build-up from Newcastle. And Willock just twisting and turning. Nice 1-2 with Isak and Willock bursting towards the penalty area.
Go on, Isak.
Isak wins it back. Going against Arna and does really well to keep the ball in play. Isak spinning and twisting and turning, looking for an avenue. Finds Gordon. Gordon across to Longstaff. Longstaff does well, spins away, and then loses the ball. That's not great. Almost Bruno winning it back. Forest under a bit of pressure here, but Murillo will clear. Down this left-hand side for Hudson-Odoi. Takes it down really well. Comes inside of Livramento. That's across to Gibbs-White. Forest now coming down with Gibbs-White. He's going to hit. No, he looked like he was going to hit one. Didn't. He's still on the ball. It's just slowed down a little bit for Forest here. Gibbs-White. And the move breaks down eventually. Too much. I thought Gibbs-White was going to hit that, Billy.
Yeah.
A nice 1-2 between Livramento and Longstaff. Longstaff brings it away. Plays it inside. Good ball to Bruno. Bruno now. Out to Lewis Hall. Gordon wants the ball on the left-hand side and gets it. Gordon now running at free spirit at Arnak. Plays it inside to Willock. Now it's Lewis Hall. Inside. Longstaff. Oh, not a bad effort, Billy.
No.
He just put a little bit too much on it. Just a little flicked in. Would have played Isak in.
Well, it was similar to the one at Anfield, wasn't it, when he on his debut? He's on the side as well. Oh.
Yeah, just a little bit too much pace on it. And Isak gives him the thumbs up. And Chris Wood having a hell of a tussle there with Dan Byrne. Both of them get back to their feet. And Newcastle have the ball again. But it's as you were, really, Billy, isn't it?
Yeah, we look the better side.
Lewis Hall now plays it out to Anthony Gordon. Gordon again. That's a great overlap from Hall. Hall then puts a blind across him. And Stells gets a touch on it just to play it off the head of Joe Linton. What a ball that was by Lewis Hall. And now it's Bruno. Bruno on the edge of the box. Plays a lovely 1-2 with Joe Linton. Bruno on the outside of his foot is just over the bar.
Hey.
That was not far away. And again, Newcastle knocking on the door with some lovely football.
That was a fantastic effort.
What an effort that is by Bruno on the outside. That just goes over the bar.
I mean, Sal's has got he's not getting near that. He's trying to make out he's letting it go over the bar, but he didn't know. Jammy fucker there, Sal's.
Well, I think he did well there, Billy, to get a fist on that, to take it away off Bruno. Because I think if he doesn't touch this, Joe Linton gets a header on that. Because the hand that he got on just sort of pushes it behind Joe Linton.
Oh, that's the most obvious foul you're ever going to see, unless it's offside, and it is.
Yeah, it's offside. Well, I mean, Chris Wood made the most of that. And Gordon Bennett. But that's a great bit of football again from Newcastle. And Willock now bursting towards the penalty area. Willock hits a shot. It's blocked by Murillo. Bounces to Longstaff. His head is absolute pap. and it's just blasted away by Arna into the stands. There's a Forest player down, so the referee will hold up a bit of play. But
well, this is what you call a strategic injury.
Yes,
they're under pressure now, Forest. They really are panicking.
Yeah, they are. But again, great drive forward by Joe Willock, who just looks full of running in this game. I think Willock's been superb today, Billy, and I think he's, judging by his reaction to that shot, I think had it got round Murillo, I think it might have been labelled.
Maybe. I just thought it was the wrong option. Here comes Elliot Anderson now, anyway.
Yeah, Elliot Anderson.
And Jota.
Oh, dear. Well, they do have a strong bench. We said that before the game. There's Tonali. I mean, he's warming up by... Well, he's by the bench there, or I think he's by the bench. I think Dominguez is indeed going to have to go off, which is going to spell Elliot Anderson's entrance to the game. And he's getting a hell of a rub down there, Billy, before he's coming on the pitch there. Is Jota. But it is going to be Anderson to replace Dominguez. And a big moment this for Elliot Anderson, because obviously he was left out at the start lineup. I think he's got a point to prove. Nick Thornton, thank you for your super chats. We are down to 10 men when Longstaff is playing. Well, we're back underway here with Joe Linton. Longstaff. Down the line now for Livramento. Not a great cross by him, but it's come back to him. Back to Joe Linton. He will put a cross in, and it's a very good cross to the back post, but headed away again. Now Lewis Hall. Anthony Gordon. Back to Hall. Hall has Bruno in support. Bruno immediately turns, cuts inside, just outside the area where he scored last year. Longstaff into Isak. It was a terrible pass that for Isak. It was and Forest are away here. Real danger for Newcastle. Byrne is coming back. And it's a good save with Nick Pope's legs. And Newcastle then go back on the attack.
Well, that was a Boxing Day effort, wasn't it? That was.
Dear me.
Talk about being caught up front. But Longstaff there was disgraceful.
I mean, that was a shocking pass for Isak. I mean, what was he expecting him to do with that? Absolutely shocking. Now Gordon again for Newcastle, who's been much better since going to the left. And he's won another corner. I mean, he has been good, Gordon, since he's gone out there, Bill. He's had a decent second half. He's on the ball a lot more. I mean, look at this pass from Longstaff. I mean, what is that supposed to do for Isak?
No. And, of course, everyone's far forward. I think if what's his face here, Jota looks back, he can play a ball across. But, yeah.
Well, it's actually Dominguez, Billy. I thought he'd gone off.
Yeah, Dominguez, yeah.
But he hasn't. And, of course, Forest won't make any substitutions at the minute while they're defending a corner, of course. And in it comes from Gordon. That's a much better corner. Bouncing. And Isak has scored! It's 1-1. Alexander Isak. And it's time, ladies and gentlemen, to grab your granny because she's going skinny dipping in the Trent. It's 1-1. Much better corner from Newcastle, Billy, and it bounces down, and Isak sticks it in the onion bag.
Yeah, it's a great corner from Gordon. Panic stations in the Forest defence. They've been on like a cat on a hot tin roof all that second half, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's a great corner, great finish from Isak, but we deserve it goal. We should be level, and we deserve to be level.
Incidentally, a lovely nod down from Chris Wood there for Isak to slam it in the back of the net, Billy.
Yeah, brilliant.
And we've deserved that because we've absolutely gone at them. And we really deserve that goal. So come on, let's go on and win this game.
Great finish from Isak as well, by the way.
Oh, it was, yeah. I mean, what are VAR looking at this for? It hits Chris Wood's arm, for God's sake.
Well, they're not going to overturn that. No chance.
They can't possibly overturn that. And it is given. The goal is given, and rightly so. Bloody hell's fireman. And he's just wondering what the hell VAR are doing looking at that. If ever you wanted to try and deny us a fucking goal.
Well, if ever you wanted a reason to doubt VAR, looking at that for a handball, when if anyone's handballing it, it's their player.
Pathetic.
Pathetic.
Ian Chilvers says, was that a goal from a corner?
Yes.
No. Well, yes, we scored from a... Well, yes. I thought he meant direct from a corner. Yes.
I always said Jason Tinder was good at his job.
You did, Billy. What I will say is it was a very good corner, put in the right position this time. Longstaff does well up against Chris Wood, and we get what we deserve.
100%.
It's 1-1, and Granny is going skinny dipping in the Trent, rightly so. You know. I mean, you've got to praise Isak's awareness there for being so alert when the ball drops.
You lucky bastard. How's he managed to fall out of his feet?
Well, Alanga now running at Lewis Hall. Plays it into the middle, but Cher steps out and wins the ball. And then plays a brilliant ball out to Isak. Can he get there ahead of Murillo? Murillo's fallen over. Isak now gets to the byline with it.
Oh,
Tries to cut inside Murillo.
Mate,
Isak's done brilliantly well. He's still got it. And now Anthony Gordon plays it into Sean Longstaff now. Newcastle really knocking on the door again. Bruno now from outside the area. Bruno tries to play it into Willock, but he just lost his balance, and Forrest come away again. And it's a 3-on-3. Newcastle, it's a terrible ball for Alanga by Gibbs White, and Lewis Hall is there to sweep up. But that's bad clearance from Lewis. Straight to Gibbs White.
Longstaff's dead on his feet.
Well, Gibbs White, I mean, didn't really go for a busting run to the goal there, did he?
No. But, I mean, Longstaff's, a minute there, he looked like he was blowing chunks.
Yeah. Chunks of what?
Sick.
Oh, Billy!
That's what it looked like.
Murillo's ball over the top. Burn heads it away and bounces for Willock. George, thank you very much for your super chat. Get in. I saw that goal for a change. Oh, pleased for you, mate. I know you've missed the last couple of goals. It's anybody's game now, Billy Bob.
It is. We need to just freshen up in the middle of the park because Longstaff at the minute does look like he's on thin air, I've got to say.
Yeah. Again, a ball out to the right-hand side looking for Alanga. Lewis Hall is there. And Alanga, that's dangerous, that. Pushing Lewis Hall like that when he's running at full pelt.
Yeah.
But now the changes for Forest are coming. It's going to be Jota and Anderson coming on. I'm just waiting to see who's coming off. And probably a very emotional Elliot Anderson right now again. Gibbs White coming off. And I thought he looked out of gas, Billy, when they last had an attack there.
Yep.
Still no change from Newcastle. I'm not sure.
Well, there's 9 minutes to go yet, isn't there?
Well, he's took both the wingers off. He's took Hudson-Odoi off on the left, so I presume. Well, Anderson will go through the middle and maybe Jota will come out to this left-hand side. Or he might just change it up a little bit. I don't know.
I think Anderson will come from the middle, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, that's where he has been playing, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think Jota will go out to the right-hand side and go up against Lewis Hall.
Well, Newcastle don't make a change while Forest do. But I don't think Eddie maybe wants to disrupt this when we're so on top at the minute, Billy.
No. But we've got to be careful. We remain disciplined because they're still dangerous on the counter.
Yeah.
And in fact, that's basically all they're dangerous from, if I'm honest.
Yeah. That seems to be their game plan, to be fair, doesn't it? Is catch us on the break.
It's how the stats read. I mean, low possession, high counter-attack football.
Mm.
How are they appealing for that? Is he give them the throw? Are you
I mean,
come on, ref or referee's assistant. That's pathetic. Honestly, don't believe some of the things I'm seeing today.
It's mind-boggling, Billy. It's absolutely mind-boggling. Moreno now for Forest. Good work again by Joe Linton, just putting that brick wall in the way. And Moreno will take the throw in for Forest again. Well, that looked like a foul throw, but nobody seemed to appeal for that.
No, they ain't going to give a foul throw against them.
And here come Forest again. Down this right-hand side. Yates gets to the byline. Yates gets a cross in. Bruno's deflected it. And he has given a corner. I wasn't sure whether Bruno had actually got anything on that. And he didn't seem to think he did.
Probably didn't.
Well, yeah. Newcastle, well, I can see Miggy warming up. Harvey Barnes is warming up, and so is Tonali. So he's not coming on anytime soon. He's still down there in the corner warming up. So it looks like it's going to be Eddie o'clock, Billy.
67 minutes, you can guarantee it.
Well, Forest now have a corner. And they do have some dangerous players in that penalty area. Yates with a header, and Nick Pope is right behind it.
Lucky.
But again, a free header. We just don't seem to pick these runs up, Billy.
Yeah, that time it was Longstaff who was slow on it.
Yeah. I mean, Yates got a good header in there, but good positioning by Nick Pope there. A long throw down the line for Chris Wood. Burn all over him. And the referee doesn't give a free kick. Come on, Dan. You've given it away once. There you go. He's found Bruno. But Bruno quickly is... Elliot Anderson nicks the ball off him. And then Longstaff gets the ball back off Anderson. And now Bruno breaks forward through the middle for Newcastle. Just looking for an outlet. And
That's
Yates is all over him. Free kick to Newcastle.
That is 20th foul of the game.
Yep. Still no booking for Yates. He should not be on the pitch.
Shirt pulling, pushing him over.
Pulling, then, wow, that's unbelievable. It is bordering on just incredible. Longstaff, man.
He's got to come off now.
Yeah. Anderson now trying to play a ball through the middle, but well intercepted by Dan Burn. Longstaff back to Fabian Schär. 62 gone at the City Ground. It is 1-1. Oh, we don't care about Chelsea arriving at Stamford Bridge, for fuck's sake. Honestly. They've already shown those pictures, Billy. Why are they showing them again? Dear God. Here's Bruno inside his own half at the moment with Dan Burn. The pace of the game's just gone out a little bit, Billy. Just died down.
That'll suit Forest, I think. I think we need to freshen things up, sharpish.
Yep. We were absolutely dominant in the second half. And it's just gone a little bit quiet at the minute, but Willock's on the ball now. Gordon. Oh, again, Ricochet doesn't go in our favour.
Yeah, Willock's gone quiet as well, hasn't he? So maybe that will be the change. Maybe Barnes will come on. For Willock.
I don't know. I don't know, Billy. I think Willock's still got a bit left. I think he's been growing his match fitness, hasn't he? You could say that Barnes could come on for Gordon, because Gordon he's been better this second half, but he's still not at full pelt, I don't think. Bruno now hacks one into the sky. No challenge on the Forest player there, but good work by Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall has been sensational today.
Come on, Schär, that's just disgusting. That.
Well, Schär's just launched one straight down to Matt Sells, and Matt Sells gratuitously takes it, Billy.
Yes.
As Sells goes high into the air again. Burn, good header forward. Isak trying to win it. Sorry, Willock trying to win it. And a good ball by Bruno now sees Joe Linton. Joe Linton has an overlap from Isak. He plays it to Isak at the byline. Isak across for Gordon's header. Nothing on it.
Yeah,
I think it was a little bit too high.
Need to come back across goal for Joe Linton there, but it was a good move.
I think Joe Linton played overhit this for Isak, Billy. I think it was just slightly
overhit with the cross as well.
Yeah, Gordon's just jumping, just stretching too far there. Anderson now for Forest. He's got Schär to deal with. Anderson. Schär sticking to him, but he's got rid of Fabian Schär. Anderson then loses it to Big Joe. Great play from Joe Linton. Anderson trying too much on the ball. Isak.
Is that Yates again, buddy chance?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. 20th time lucky, eh?
Yep, absolutely.
What a stroker that player is.
Twat. I think twat is what you're looking for, Billy.
He's been sent off 3 times today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Accumulation of yellows, an elbow, a stood down the knee.
Billy, what time are you on?
64:58.
I'm 5 seconds behind you.
Oh. I haven't changed anything.
Oh, Yates has been booked, Billy.
Just said that.
Oh, okay.
What time are you on?
65:08.
So when you get to 65:16.
Okay. Now. Honestly, I don't know what happened there. But we have a free kick. I mean, there's 5 Newcastle players over this ball, Billy. Isak and Byrne have moved away.
Yeah, and it's going to be Fabian's share. We'll know.
Gordon's moved away.
This is Lewis Hall territory. It's left-footed territory.
Absolutely Lewis Hall territory. Absolutely 100% Lewis Hall territory.
But I'm still going to say Fabian Schär will take it. Might not even be a shot, to be fair. It's quite a long way out.
It is a long way out. If it's going to be Hall, he's not taking much of a run-up, and it's a set-piece play. It's played out wide for Gordon. He sends in an in-swinger. Sells punches away. Longstaff goes down, but I think he went down a little bit too softly for my liking. And Forest break away. This is brilliant pace, this, from Jota. But Newcastle get back. Good tackle. No, says the referee. We'll give Forest a free kick. For God's sake.
Massive yellow card in for that. I
guys,
think Yates is making the point he should be yellow carded for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, of course, he'd be sent off, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know how he dares. I don't think Byrne won the ball there. He did win the ball. It's not even a free kick, never mind a yellow card. Dan Byrne can't believe it. Yeah, if you want to pause your TVs for about 5 seconds, guys, to get back in sync, mine just went off for a few seconds. I've got no idea why, but we're going to see Tonali, Billy.
I should think so as well. 6 or 7 minutes, of course it is.
Yeah, it's Eddie Howe time. It's got to be Longstaff, hasn't it?
If it's Willock, I'll be kicking shit out of the desk in front of me.
Well, we're still waiting to see who it is, but I don't think we're going to see him before this free kick, Billy.
No.
Which Alanga is going to take. Right, guys, just to let you know the time, we are on 67:20. And now Alanga's going to take a free kick for Forest. In it comes. Byrne gets a header on it. And now Willock. And that's not great defending from Newcastle. I don't know where Willock was putting that. Jota looks to try and get a shot in. Great work from Gordon. And Gordon goes on a run. This is Anthony Gordon in free flow, waiting for Isak to get alongside him. He plays the ball out the right-hand side, which Willock is going to get. Can he find the pass now on the right-hand side of the area? It's Isak! Oh, he's put it wide! How has he missed that? Perfect ball from Joe Willock, and it's just waiting to be finished. Oh, it's perfect for him, and he's put it wide.
How far wide's it gone? Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, it's at least 2 foot wide. That was the chance. Oh, dear me.
Has to score there. I have to get on target at least.
Well, Tonali's on. It's for fucking Willock. And we've just seen Willock on the bench, and he does not look out of breath, Billy.
Well,
but Longstaff, who is labouring, is still on the fucking pitch.
Well, he just set up a perfect chance for Isak to give us the go-ahead goal. That's terrible from Pope, by the way.
Oh. Free kick to Forest.
Yeah, it was a foul by Bruno, but it was because of the shit kick from Pope.
I don't get the substitution, Billy, and he can say all he wants is that he's not got 90 minutes in him as somebody's been booked on the Forest bench. Rui Barbosa. As Yates is causing issues again. What a fucking twat he is, by the way. Ah, dear. I don't understand, Longstaff. I mean, Willock's played enough games now, Billy, to have 90 minutes in him.
Well, it's certainly more than 67.
I mean, the Forest fans will love Willock going off. He's been one of our most dangerous players.
Of course he has.
Murillo now on the ball, playing left wing for Nottingham Forest and showing some skills off there.
I mean, look at Longstaff there. Look, just watch him now. Look.
He's just jogging. He's just labouring.
What's he doing? He's not defending. He's not attacking. He's not doing anything.
Nick Thornton, thank you for your super chats. I will give Jose a piggyback from Turkey.
Brilliant.
Oh, lovely ball. Now Lewis Hall going against Alanga. Alanga's just got too much strength for him and Sells clears again. 20 minutes to go. Or just under 20 minutes now.
He just got beaten in the air by a 5'3" bloke.
He did actually, yeah. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. Right, now we seem to be taking our time over this free kick again. Well, Forest are going to... Arna's coming over to take it, but I mean, this has been like 3 minutes or something since the ball went out of play.
That's a foul throw.
That's 2 foul throws I've seen in this game, Billy, and none have been called. Yates for Forest. Tonali all over the back of him. Nice bit of play by Forest as they try and re-establish their lead at the City ground, but it is 1-1. Welcome to everybody, and welcome to all our new subscribers to the channel. Please do subscribe if you are new. And a massive shout out to our sponsors, Mamaroo Records. As a ball comes into the box, Nick Pope claims Chris Wood wants a penalty, says Dan Burns all over him.
Get up your
He's not
scarecrow
gonna
twat.
Please go and check our sponsors' website out. It is pinned at the top of the description.
To be fair to him, he's all over him.
Yeah. And if you ever pop into the centre of Whitley Bay, go and give them a visit. Steve will do you a great deal if you mention the Toon review. As Tonali breaks away, great work by Bruno. Tonali up to Isak now. Isak spins, looks to the right-hand side, sees Joe Linton. Joe Linton's got Livramento overlapping. Livramento, Joe Linton!
Oh! What to go! What to go! Fucking at me!
Oh, Joe Linton! Absolutely superb! Brilliant finish from Joe Linton, and Newcastle take the lead. And it's time to go and grab your granny again because she's been arrested for skinny dipping in the Trent. Get her out of jail, and it's 2-1 to the Toon. What a goal, Billy! What a goal!
Oh, it's come from all the way from deep. Bruno with a fantastic spin. Tonali took it up, played it to Isak, who spun it out wide for Joe Linton, who cuts inside, casually curves it with the left foot into the bottom
brilliant.
corner. It's
Superb.
an absolute sublime finish
Yeah.
from a technical player. What a goal that is. 2-1 Newcastle.
I
Have
had
that
to watch that
coffee.
all day, Billy Trey.
Fucking hell.
Brilliant finish. Sells had no chance. And Joe Linton laps up the glorious cheers.
And quite
we
right too.
deserve that because we've been by far the better side throughout this game. And we deserve this, no
Quite
doubt.
right.
It is Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle United 2. And you can shave my arse with a rusty razor because we are on top and deservedly so. Ramon Sosa has come on for Dominguez. I mean, nobody can deny that we've been the better side this game, Billy.
No, even despite refereeing decisions going against us.
Yeah.
You know, we've played 12 men at times, and yet we've played all the proper football. We've defended solidly most of the time.
Yeah.
But that goal there just summed everything up for me. What a finish that is.
Absolutely superb. Superb. And I will say again, guys, no spoilers in the chat. Please wait until me and Billy have commentated on the game, and then please put your comments in. This is a chance for Forest at the other end. Sosa hits a shot, but Bruno will clear.
Oh, he's got to be better than that there, mate. It's got to be stronger.
Yeah. Still Man United lead 2-0 in the Premier League, and Tottenham have pulled one back at home to Ipswich. Newcastle ladies still 2-0 down in their game at Ashton Gate. Whipped in cross. Good header, Livramento. And Gordon will hook it away for Newcastle. I mean, Milenkovic is like 3 foot taller than Isak. It's pointless playing the high ball for them.
Well, they're just trying to get rid of it, aren't they?
Sosa now for Forest. Anderson in support. Anderson now.
That'll do us. Thank you.
Yes, he's literally giving a back pass to Nick Pope, and he'll hang on to the ball. I mean, we deserve this. I don't care what anybody says. We've been the better side. We were all over them first half. And second half, we've been absolutely fantastic. George, thank you for another super chat. Oh, yes, he says. And rightly so.
We've started being a bit sloppy since we've scored, I've got to say.
Yeah.
Well played, Tino, there.
I mean, Forest, they've got to come at us. They are the home side. 15 minutes to go in the game, and it's Newcastle United who lead 2-1. We've just got to take the sting out of it, Billy. 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, that's not good from Charlie. But that is.
That's a good interception. Now Livramento.
I'll do it. Happy days.
And that's
Do you want
off.
to give them the phone for that, Lev?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he does, Billy. Well, I wonder what Eddie does next with his substitutions, and Billy, because I mean, knowing how Eddie wants to play, we need to go for the win and go and score some more goals. Anderson wins it back.
Yeah, he did well, Anderson. Oh, don't stand off there, Hall.
Langer clips it to the back post. Brilliant goalkeeper. Nick Pope takes it off the head of Chris Wood. Wood looked like he had a tap in there with his head, and Wood just pinches it. Sorry, Pope pinches it off the top of his head, Billy.
Good job he came for it, because, I mean, if that was Martin Dubravka, that was 2-2.
Yep. But luckily for us, it wasn't. Nick Pope's been very good today in the air, by the way.
Yes, I agree.
And I don't think he's kicked it out of play once today.
Once he did, yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Burn now for Newcastle. Fire. I mean, why is he firing a ball at pace like that?
I'll do it. Well played.
Great work from Bruno. He's played well again, Bruno.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, really been at the... He's been really scrapping for everything today.
I wouldn't mind seeing Miley come on for Longstaff. It's going to be Barnes for somebody. I don't know who it's going to be. Possibly Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon. I would think... Oh, now Bruno.
You knew we weren't going anywhere. So just hoofed it.
Bruno's tried his shot from 55 yards, guys, and it's probably been closer to the corner flag than the goal there. I think just out the corner of his eye, he must have caught Matt Sells out his goal, Billy, and then thought, I'll have a dig at this. But it wasn't the best connection in the world that Bruno's ever going to get.
No.
Just joined us. Welcome to Matchday Live on the Toon Review YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Please do subscribe if you're new. Newcastle lead by 2-1 after being 1-0 down, but we have deserved this. We've played really well and deserve to be in the lead. Fantastic goal from Isak, and then a brilliant finish from Joe Linton has given us the 2 goals in this second half. But I guess the point, we don't sit back, Billy, and go into this shell.
Yeah, well, it looks like we are doing it, and it looks to me like, well, it looks like they're pushing the next man forward. So,
yeah.
Oh, he took it.
How have they not scored there? Good grief! What a ball that was, by the way.
Yes, it was. Referee.
That looks like a foul, but he just waves Livermore to get up. But now Bruno breaks. Sorry, Joe Linton breaks down the right. Floats a ball just too short for Gordon.
Oh,
and now Jota lays it off.
There.
And Anya, or whatever his name is, brings it forward now for Forest. Looks for support. And then he's kicked it out of play. We'll have that. Thank you very much. He looks absolutely done.
I wouldn't mind seeing Asula come on for Isak. It's the age-old substitution that he should be making that never does.
Yeah.
Because Isak looks like he's running on fumes again.
Mm. My God, that was close, Billy. Langer just getting a flick on there. I think if he didn't get a flick on, Dominguez might have put that in.
Yeah. Gil Gordon's down injured with a hip injury, looks like.
Yeah. Certainly around the left hip area, top of his leg.
I don't know how he got it, but we're going to see a replay of it.
Well, I think he should come off anyway, Billy. I think we need to get
Yates
on.
Probably Yates.
Yeah. Well, he's been at the heart of everything so far today, hasn't he? But Harvey Barnes is ready to come on. I can only think it's got to be for Gordon, Billy.
Yes, I should think so.
Jason didn't tell them how to avoid the ball at a set piece. Craig Aitken, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much for joining, and welcome to the family.
He looks in trouble there, Gordon, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's not moving very well at all. And it is Harvey Barnes that will be replacing Anthony Gordon. Well, come on, Harvey. Your chance to shine, matey. Let's see it.
Well, we've seen a left-footed player cut in from the right side and bend it in. I wouldn't mind seeing a right-footed player do it on the other side, to be honest.
Yeah. Bruno now to Longstaff. Out to Livramento. Livramento can get on his bike here and head down the right-hand side.
Ooh, that's a ref. That's a foul.
That's a foul.
Nasty one and all.
Clear foul by Sosa. He's having a word with the lines. I mean, how can a footballer argue with that decision? I mean, Livramento's away past him. He's very late in, shoves him in the back, and
then tried to make out he's innocent.
Unbelievable.
Silly Sosa.
I knew that was coming. Sandro Tonali
on a set piece, yes.
Yeah. Let's see it, Sandro. Let's see it. In steps Tonali. It's a terrible free kick. Wow. But Livramento plays it out wide now to Bruno. Bruno can spin. And he sees somebody in the penalty area. It's Isak at the back post, heads it on. And Burns shoved out the way. But, of course, Anthony Taylor just waves play on. Out-muscled, was he there, Billy, by Murillo?
Yes, I'd say so.
Yeah, I'm not sure Murillo did anything wrong there, to be honest. I think Dan Burn, dare I say he was playing for that?
Mm. Yes, I think you're probably right.
Oh, a heavy touch there by Sosa again, which Joe Linton puts out of play. And now Moreno takes the throw in for Nottingham Forest. Anderson, nowhere to go for him. Has to go back to Murillo and across to Milenkovic. Inside to Yates, back to Milenkovic. You can just stay there all day, guys, as far as we're concerned. Yates now goes out wing to, Arna. I thought that had gone out, but not according to the linesman. Jota now trying to get room to play a cross in, but again blocked by Lewis Hall. Oh, what a touch by Barnes to Bruno. And Newcastle can break again now. Sandro Tonali. It's a 3-on-3 at the moment. Tonali, Barnes, and Isak. Barnes still. Barnes scores! Oh, what a finish, Harvey Barnes! It's brilliant! It's 3-1 Newcastle, and it's time to go and grab your granny again, because she's off to the bingo with... Totally deceived the goalkeeper there, Billy, and sticks it in at the near post. And exactly what you said, a left footer cutting in on his right. But the move itself started with a beautiful flick from Harvey Barnes, and away he goes.
Yeah, started and finished it. And Tonali and Bruno getting involved as well. Tonali's on the path perfectly. Milenkovic goes across the Barnes, but Barnes gets inside, puts it into the near post. There's Matt Salz's gamely error for when Newcastle United on the pitch. And basically 3-1. And it's no less than what we deserve. Newcastle United are back, baby.
Hey, I tell you what, that was, he wrong-footed Matt Sells, because Sells thought he was going to cross that for Isak. It was obvious from Sells' position. And a really good, accurate right foot finish from Harvey Barnes. And, I said it was time to shine, Harvey, and he is shone, Billy.
Absolutely, like a beacon. Like a beacon.
Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle United 3, and we completely deserve this, by the way. Apart from switching off for their goal, we've been completely dominant, and rightly so, 3-1 ahead. As, Dan Burns' clearance there will probably end up back in Newcastle.
Have it.
But we've took our chances today. We've worked the goalkeeper plenty, and we've played. I mean, that move, Billy, was brilliant.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the little spin from Harvey Barnes, little flick, Bruno onto Tonali. Brilliant defending there from Dan Burn, by the way.
Absolutely superb from Dan Burn.
The time pass from Tonali was perfect as well. Milenkovic went across to Barnes, just couldn't get anywhere near him. And Sal's just got beat at the near post. So I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. As Forest trying to get back into this game here. Anderson tries to spin. Longstaff gets in there, but it's come to Alanga. He fires a cross in, but Nick Pope is there to collect. Thank you very much. I'll have that sunshine.
Indeed.
Oh! Ian Fleming, thank you very much for your super chat. This is more like it. Toon.
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, get battered again. They've got Chris Wood. They're not very good. Robin Hood.
Billy, that was just angelic, mate. Absolutely angelic. George, thank you for your super chat. I knew he was going to score there. Yeah, brilliant run. Ward-Prowse coming on for Forest, Billy.
Perhaps they want a set piece.
Yeah, Cordan, thank you for your super chat. When I miss a watch along, we win. I'm taking credit.
Good man.
Hey, take all the credit you want. We played so well today, though.
Oh,
Isak, Fabian Schär galloping
Yeah, well.
forward. He wants his regular goal against Forest.
he's like just fell on his ass.
Yeah. And now Elliot Anderson turns and tries to get Forest on the front foot. And Isak just gives up chasing him. He's out of gas, Isak. You can tell he's knackered.
Should have been off 10 minutes ago.
Absolutely knackered. As Forest try and knock on Newcastle's door again. Forest 1, Newcastle 3, the latest score with just under 4 minutes to go of the game. Moreno gets to the byline. Joe Linton comes across. He still gets the ball in, but Fabian Schär puts his foot through it. And now Murillo will send another ball into the penalty area, headed down by Elanga, cleared away again by Fabian Schär. Or Livramento, I think, got that one. And now it's Arner again. Nowhere to go at the moment. He cuts inside. Looked like he was going to pull the trigger, but didn't. Here's Yates. And I'm so happy for him that we're 3-1 up.
Isak knows.
Milenkovic goes in for a shot. Bruno gets stuck in. Antonali, that's a foul, referee. That's a bit of a nasty one again, this time from Jota.
Grealish.
Jack Grealish wannabe.
Pound shot Grealish.
Eddie's looking down the line to call somebody back by the looks of things. Not sure who it is. Possibly Miggy.
Are they beginning 1 a year on, are they?
I'm not too sad to see the back of Elanga.
Oh, Moreno, to be fair.
Yeah, Moreno's gone off as well. So Ward-Prowse is on. And so is Awonyi.
I think they've gone 3 at the back.
Well, you can't blame them, really. 2 goals down with only a few minutes to go. But an absolutely fantastic second half for Newcastle. Not bad in the first half. We just switched off. Man United 3-0 up against Leicester. Garnacho.
Man United are back now, are they?
Oh, well, they will be. They've beaten Leicester, Billy. Of course they're back.
Well, Intonari, lad.
Good tackle by Sandro.
He's given us a throne as well. Malcolm Gibbs White on the bench. Ow, ow!
Hooray! Bristol City still 2-0 up against Newcastle Ladies. Well, Bristol City are down to 10 women. There's a red card, but there's only a couple of minutes left in that game. And Livramento now will take the throw. Isak touches it down to Livramento again.
Well played.
Nice play. Longstaff. What a cracking ball that is, by the way. Smashes it out to Barnes on the left. Now Bruno. Head up again. Tonali in support of him. Bruno outmuscles them all again and wins a free kick.
Come on, ref. That's about his 28 millionth foul.
Well, he's been booked, hasn't he? I mean, that'll do for the referee. I'm sure he wouldn't want to send him off, would he? I mean, how terrible would that be? Fuck's sake. Unbelievable, man.
Fucking Eddie Yates.
Well,
Do you remember Eddie Yates?
He shouldn't be on the pitch, man.
Do you remember Eddie Yates?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, Stanley.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Billy. Here's Bruno. And again, Yates pushes him out the way. And sorry, Anderson does, but no free kick again. I mean, that was as blatant a push as you're ever going to see in your lifetime. As Murillo heads away, Bruno just lets Murillo head the ball. Tonali.
What a lovely header from Tonali that was.
Yeah, and now Isak.
Get him off now.
Yeah, he's out of gas. He's got nothing left in the tank, Isak, but we're in the 90th minute now. We're just waiting to see how long the referee will add on at the end of the game.
48 minutes.
That wouldn't surprise me. As Forest, they're going to find it very difficult to get 2 goals back from here. 7 minutes.
Fuck off.
7 minutes of additional time. Wow. As Forest now try and build again. Here they come. Yates down the right-hand side for Nottingham Forest. Some of the fans have decided they've seen enough.
That's a great header.
Great header, Dan Burn, to clear it away. Again, Owini just behind him would have had a simple header. But again, Dan Burn flying through the air. I mean, defensively, I think Cher and Burn have been quite solid today, Billy.
Yes, I agree.
They've been much better.
Yes, much better.
Well, that's not in the D, is it, really? That's a little bit naughty, Elliot. Corner to Forest, in at the near post. Livramento was there to clear for Newcastle.
Who was that?
Matt Target with a shithousery there. Looked like he was going to pass the ball back to Anderson and then just let the ball roll under his feet.
And then thought better of it because he was excellent.
Yeah, I best not. It's going to be a long throw, this, by Anya. In it comes to the penalty area. Barnes and Cher jumping for it, but eventually goes to the back post. Now Ward-Prowse. Prowse, good block by Harvey Barnes. And then cleared by Lewis Hall. Barnes isn't going to catch that. Anya goes back to Murillo on the centre circle now for Forest. Left-footed ball, terrible. Joe Linton in the way. The man mountain that is Big Joe. Now Isak. Joe Linton. And now Livramento. Newcastle just having a bit of first-time passing practice here. Isak. Tonali. Back to Isak down the right-hand side. Isak's just going to waste a bit of time here. Tonali.
Oh,
Brilliant from Sandro. Gets to the byline. He says, come on, then let's have a bit of time. And he's won it's a goal kick. He's just trying to flick it off Milenkovic there, but he just couldn't quite find the shin pads. Goal kick to Forest. Joe Linton, magnificent performance today again, Billy.
yeah, probably a man of the match as well. Man of the match according to
player of the
Sky
match
TV.
according to Sky.
And look at the heat map there, fantastic.
I mean, what can you say about him? He's just magnificent. And we thought it was dodgy putting him on the right. I mean, hats off to Eddie Howe, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. It's worked, hasn't it?
Because he changed it at half time to change the wingers, and it bloody hell worked. Because Gordon was causing problems first 20 minutes of the second half.
Yes, he was.
And of course, we've scored 3 goals. Yates now for Forest as the red seats start to appear around the City ground.
Someone kick Yates for the fucking 97 minutes of out. Go on, kick him.
Well, I know, Billy, but the problem is we can't risk getting more suspensions. Murillo hits one from 500 yards. And it's he got a canny strike on that, didn't he?
He's a good player.
He's a very good player. And boy, oh boy, did he hit that. It's over the bar. I mean, Pope knew it was going over the bar. He just left it. Dan Burn tried to put his head in the way of it. Jesus. Brave defending, Billy. Brave defending.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happened if had he have hit them. Had he have hit him in the head.
Yeah. Pope with the goal kick.
There you go. There you go. There's 2.
And Murillo and Joe Linton now have a little bit of a clash. Certainly nothing meant. Joe Linton just making sure he's all right. Murillo looks like he's trying to... It looked like he was going to pull a tooth out there. I think Joe Linton took his tooth in the arm. Anyway, play back underway. Nothing nasty happened with that. I mean, you know, I was going to say it's difficult to pick a man of the match from Hall or Joe Linton, Billy, but I think the fact that Joe Linton scored a cracking goal as well sort of tips the edge for me.
Yeah, he's been non-stop as well, hasn't he? He's been at it all game.
Yeah.
He's at it now, look.
Yeah,
Anderson's put his shirt there. And
Anderson all over him, throws him to the ground, free kick to Newcastle. And Longstaff gives him a pat on the head.
He's been phenomenal today, Joe Linton.
Oh,
Absolutely phenomenal.
but it's been a brilliant performance, Billy. I mean, you know, we switched off for their goal. I mean, but apart from that, I think we've dominated the game.
It's our best performance of the season for me.
Yeah, we've played well. Absolutely.
Footballing wise, you know, the footballing wise as well as everything else. 3 goals away from him at Forest, too. With the second best defence in the league until today.
Yeah. As Jota skips around Lewis Hall, Hall pelts to get back. He's getting to the byline, gets across into the back post. Chris Wood is there, heads it back across, and it's collected by His Holiness Nick Pope. Oh! Couple of minutes left now of injury time. Forest Forest are done now for me. There's not enough time anyway to get back in this game. And what a win this will be, Billy. I mean, half-time we were 1-0 down, a bit perplexed. There was some players not really doing it. And but apart from that, we still played well first half.
Yeah, I'd say the first half played well.
Yeah, we
second
did.
Half, we've been absolutely outstanding second half.
The football we played second half is second to none. It has been
absolutely
absolutely
left wing now, and he's doing it there as well.
That's Bruno, mate.
That's Bruno.
Yeah, hence the wave into the Newcastle fans.
Afterwards, yeah. It's a Newcastle throne, surely.
Yeah, Lewis Hall's socks are literally over his football boots now. He's just giving his calves a little bit of a.
I think Eddie should have made more than the one change, I have to say. But I mean, we've got 2 weeks till the next game, so
yeah. I don't mind the change he's made. How can we? You know, he takes Gordon off, and Harvey Barnes scores.
Mm.
And then, to be honest, I think we've seen the game out since we got the third. We've kind of, dear me, we've played very professional since we got the third. Billy, I think we just saw the game. We've seen the game out. Forest again attacking. This time Shares back there again, and now Bruno just barging everybody off the ball. Brilliant from Bruno. He's got Isak in support now. Here's Isak, and away goes Harvey Barnes. Barnes through on goal again. Harvey Barnes just over the bar.
I've got to square that. He's got to square it.
I'm not sure the pass was on, Billy. If you look where the defenders were, it was a brilliant move again. The football is just delightful. Yeah, maybe he could have. But when he's through like that, Billy, confidence after scoring.
Yeah.
You're not going to pass there, are you, really? Let's be honest.
And here comes the Sula for 2 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, this is just pointless. It is Isak coming off, but I mean, what is the point, really? There is no point to this substitution.
Well, it gives Willisula a win bonus, I guess. That's about it.
Yeah. I mean, the 7 minutes are up. It's literally going to be the goal kick and he'll blow his whistle, surely. Well, he hasn't yet.
Go on, well done, boy. You'll get this.
Brilliant. He has now. There is the full-time whistle. And Newcastle United put in a fantastic performance to beat Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. And it finishes Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle United 3. Murillo saying his prayers. I'm not sure why now. It didn't do many good before the second half. But there you go. It's finished 3-1. And joining us is Mr. Stato. Alex, what a second half.
Yeah, much better. I mean, it's as we talked about at half-time, wasn't it? We were creating the chances. We just need to keep pushing. We've got at least a couple of goals in us, and it happened.
Yeah.
It did need a bit of a stroke of luck. Of course, well done to Sean for trying to get in the mixer. Oh, we're changing up the screens. Well done to Sean for trying to get involved in the mixer there against Chris Wood, which obviously it dropped kindly for Isak to get that first goal. And then that was the springboard then for us to go and get some decent goals on the counter.
Billy! Oh, he needs to exit. Yeah, well, hang on a minute. I can sort the screen out. Just bear with us a second. I can knock him out like that.
Hang on, let me mute him. Just in case.
And then we can go back to...
But anyway, while you're doing that, yeah, fantastic second half from everybody. There was a bit more energy, a little bit more clinical. Just everything was tidier. Passes, second balls, fights. Isak got a lot more into it in that second half. I think he had a firecracker lit behind him by Eddie Howe at half time because he came out swinging. He definitely didn't get any praise, so he came out running his absolute socks off, left and right. Gordon ran his socks off as well. Ran himself. I hope not into an injury, but yeah, brilliant. Sonali was great when he came on as well. Barnes was fantastic. Brilliant second half from everybody in the black and white, really.
I mean, Joe Linton is just, he had a few quiet games, but he's just back to his very best now, isn't he? I mean, he was a monster out there today.
Yeah, when it counted in that in most of the second half, of course, people are frustrated with the goal we conceded, with the zonal marking. It was, was it Isak for dropping a bit? Was it Joe Linton's man? There's arguments to be made for either and both. But second half, what Joe Linton does as a destroyer, Jamie Carragher struggling to kind of identify what Joe Linton is as a player for us. I think destroyer is it. But, there are elements of what you can see why he was originally started as a striker and signed as an attacking player, because sometimes, every sort of 10 matches he turns up and he does that, which is fantastic. He had runners as well. Fantastic move from everybody involved. Tino goes out to provide the overlap and the width, which gives Joe Linton the space to do his little cutback and have his shot. Several shots in off the post today, nice and clinical. And it's good because we put a lot of these chances up against other teams and we didn't get rewarded. So it's nice to get that reward away from home against a tough team that were in third in the league. It's a good win today.
Absolutely. Billy, do you want to click out of the control room thing and then... Just give him a second to do that. There you go.
You doing an instant reaction, Paul?
I will be, yes, absolutely. I take there's going to be one on Patreon as well. Billy, your mic's off.
So
there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be one on Patreon, I take, as well. And a very happy one. Colorado Magpie, thank you for your super chat. A $5 towards Billy's new chair.
And of course, Evermore NUFC will be doing an immediate react as well. It'll be very celebratory today as well.
Yeah, Chris at Evermore does a live reaction. So normally straight after we finish. So head across to Evermore NUFC to get Chris's thoughts. Reese says, Paul, do you use the music from when Durham Wasp scored when we do? Yes, I do. But it was from the Wembley Championships as well. And of course, it was mainly used before that by Hartford Whalers in the NHL. But I think it's a brilliant piece of music to celebrate a goal. I did try the other one, but got done for copyright. So that'll never be happening again. I mean, it's crazy. A Dutch song, and I get Dutch fans singing and I get done, a copyright, so I had to remove it. So yes, that is the goal scoring music. Has the international break come at the wrong time for us, do you think, guys? Because we're bang on form now and playing some brilliant football, and now we have to break away for 2 weeks again. Well, I guess it is West Ham next. Certainly, the way they've been playing, a very winnable game.
Well, but they've got a chance to regroup. They could have a new manager, I would imagine, by the time we play them. So maybe new manager bounce. The international break definitely has come at the wrong time for us this time, without a doubt.
I'm not as bothered by that. I think with the way we're playing at the moment and the emotion and intensity of the last few games on the spin, might be nice to have that break, and it gives Gordon a chance to maybe recover from whatever he's just done. So it could be either. It's hard to tell at this point.
Be interesting to know if Gordon goes away with the England squad. Be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he was holding his groin. He did a 60-yard attacking run and then made a 60-yard defensive run because Lewis Hall had also joined, and he just that man ran because he didn't have a great first half, Anthony Gordon, but that second half, I've never seen anybody run so much. He was outrageous.
Much better. But credit Eddie Howe, he swapped the wingers over and it worked. Both of them. I mean, Joe Linton could just play anywhere for me. I mean, I stick him in goal for all week here. I mean, he's just fantastic. Brilliant. Steve Headers, thank you for your super chats. Fantastic result, well deserved. Asula man of the match for me. No, seriously, Big Joe was immense. How are the lads? Yeah,
I think if Big Joe's doing that thing on the right wing, does that kind of make us less viable right winger?
It's crazy, isn't it? Because we can play Gordon there or Joe Linton now. I mean, Joe Linton was immense on the right. He's just an immense footballer. It doesn't matter where he plays.
Well, Joe Linton gives you that inverted thing as well, doesn't he? With that left foot.
But then we want Willock. Sean in the second half was a lot better and a lot more He did keep giving the ball away silly positions, but he was more sensible. But you still want Willock in the 11, but you want Joe Linton, but you also want Gordon, but we want Sonali, but what do we do with Barnes? There's too many players at the moment. It's a nice headache to have for Eddie Howe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clue says he's sick of us making the same silly mistakes. Cut those mistakes out, then we'll be a force to be reckoned with. It is annoying, Billy, because we keep seeing the same mistakes, just switching off for that brief second, and every time we do that, we concede a goal.
Just from a set piece, though. I mean, I actually thought Sharon Boone were much better today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
But from that one set piece, it wasn't just Sharon Boone, it was Joe Linton, it was Isaac, all switched off. Nobody picked up Murillo, and we got done for it. But apart from that, I thought we were solid as hell. I've got to be honest.
I mean,
Nick really had a hard save to make the whole game. I don't think he has, no.
No. And Alex, what was really stand out was some of the football we played. We shouldn't just say, "Oh, we played well," because some of the football we played was brilliant. The way we worked the ball, the way we got forward. You know, that, I mean, the third goal, Harvey Barnes' little flick to Bruno, and then it sends us on our way. Some of the football we played was absolutely superb.
Yeah, well, that third goal is a result of having more technicians on the field. Barnes, with his experience, him and Bruno managed to work that out of the left back position with a tidy flick from Barnes. And then Tonali, with his pace, drives up the pitch, and he's got loads of time to pick the right pass. He does pick the right pass. He goes left for Barnes. And then there's two in the mixer ready for it. So they've got to be wary whether Barnes is going to shoot or cross. Barnes does his trademark cutback, and Sells should do better, gets beaten at the near post. I thought that was a bit poor from Matt Sells.
I think he was a bit wrong-footed, Alex. You know, because I think he had a feeling that he had to cover the position in case Barnes went across to Isak, and I think he was just wrong-footed, which was clever of Harvey Barnes.
Players off the ball, providing the extra space. As good as what we need, more attackers on the same wavelength. Willock was doing similar things in large parts of that game as well. It's just it's the intricate passes and that final ball that tends to break down a lot, but the actual driving runs, we're great at those. Joe Linton does them as well. You know, we've got that in abundance.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's the 2-week break now, but we will obviously cover the England games live here as well on the Toon Review. But an absolute fantastic way to break off for the international break. The final one, of course, until at least March, I think it is, or something like that. So we've got plenty football once this international break is over with. It is the run over Christmas, etc. And then, of course, into the transfer window. So it's all going to kick off after this international break. But boy, oh boy, are we happy about what we've just seen out there today. But thank you, everybody, for watching Matchday Live again. Over 3,500 on both platforms. Thank you so much for your super chats and memberships, etc., and for taking part in the chat. Thank you to Billy and Alex, and of course, it's thank you to everyone out there who's watched the game with us and enjoyed Matchday Live. We will be back, of course, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock with the review. The four of us will be back, and of course, our play ratings. But it'll be a nice, peaceful way to do it. You know, a lovely, peaceful time. On the review tomorrow. It'll be fantastic. And of course, a huge thank you as well to our sponsors, Mamaroo Records. Alex thought I was going to forget, so he was cocky enough to put the comment up. But I don't forget. I've mentioned them various times throughout today. Thank you to Steve and, of course, Mamaroo Records. If you're ever in Whitley Bay, head over there. If you're into your vinyl, if you're into your music, T-shirts and things like that, or give the website a visit, which is pinned at the top of the description. And a massive thank you to Mamaroo Records again for sponsoring the Toon Review. But that is it. We will see you again at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. But in the meantime, I'm sure you'll enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a great one, guys. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Mamaroo, get in there.
Come back and check out some green.